SUPERCOACH tabs on my phone at dawn, scrolling through the carnage, what went wrong? Grammar soul is steady, rookies on the rise, mid-prices tempting me, danger in disguise. Big J calling from the couch, mate, check your side. Joe bragging about a loophole, riding that tide. We're trading in our hopes like stocks on a screen, chasing that price rise, living the dream. Woo! We're the center bound crew. Hey! Whistle blows, we're riding it through. From goals and behinds to the last upgrade, greatest game in the world, that's how we're made. From a pig in the guts to the bench warmer blues, every week we're breaking the rules. They fell in our veins, yeah, it's all we do. We're the center bound crew. Got duds on the park, can't win a hard ball. Need a downgrade, target, answer that call. Possessions piling up, my captain's on fire. Vice loop lightning, sparks through the wire. Trade plan scribbled on the back of a bill. One more sideways move, I swear I'll sit still. But the siren, it's Friday, logic is gone. Mate, just push and go on. Who you backing in, who you backing in? Who you backing in, yeah. Who you letting go? One more risky move, then we steal the show. We're the center bound crew. Hey! Whistle blows, we're riding it through. From goals and behinds to the last upgrade, greatest game in the world, that's how we're made. From a pig in the guts to the bench warmer blues, every week we're breaking the rules. They fell in our veins, yeah, it's all we do. We're the center bound crew. We're the center bound crew. Oh yeah, the center bound crew. The center bound crew. The center bound crew.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Centre Bounce on this Monday just after round 7. Hopefully you're all doing well, and hopefully your AFL team did better than Joe's and mine's this week, because boy oh boy, it was a bit rough. Joe, mate, Essendon lost, North Melbourne, the umpires stuffed us. I know what it feels like to be a Adelaide fan, because they also get stuffed around a lot, and North Melbourne does too. So yeah, it's a bit rough this week, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't. I mean, apart from some frauds on Anzac Day, and the Eagles being wet toast against the Saints, it was by and large a pretty cool game, pretty cool round of football, because even with the Lions smashing the Crom, it still is good viewing to watch the Lions. Like the Lions are such a good team. It's something special watching Neil, Dunkley, Ashcroft, Bailey, Charlie Cameron. Like there's such a skillful, exciting team to watch that even when they're pumping a team by 50, it's still something I'll gladly pay to watch. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's quite impressive all in all. A pretty decent round of football for myself. I think the Tigers had a good showing against the Demons. They got royally screwed by the umpiring as well in that game. So you guys got robbed. I think the Tigers were very unfairly hard done by as well, from an umpiring perspective.
Yeah, no, definitely. Oh man, it's going back to your Brisbane talk, Joe. It's going to be sad. I mean, I hope Bailey ends up leaving. I think good teams are too good for too long. Not sure which team he'd go to, but we'll wait and see, I suppose. Yeah, they've got enough young kids coming through. It's going to be a bit of a loss for them, but there's enough young kids coming through that I don't think it's going to hurt them too much. Yeah, not too bad for them.
They were they're set up for a decade. The Queensland teams, the Suns continue to show that they're pretty flaky. To be honest, their midfield's just not getting it done, which is pretty surprising considering that's probably the one area of the ground you would say that the Suns should have been beating the Hawks. But, it just goes to show a champion team beats a team of champions all day, every day.
Yeah,
So,
it sucks to be Dimmer Hardwick. I mean, I'm sorry for cutting you off, Joe. I kind of laugh at him a lot. It's like, damn, changed clubs, got this amazing amount of players. How many early round picks do we need, you know? And then it's like, well, it just can't get the job done week in, week out, unfortunately.
no.
Yeah, it's a bit rough for the old Gold Coast there, I think.
Yeah. Doggies, we know the Doggies. They've had it really tough with injuries, and then they lost Norton. And that Norton injury was probably one of the scariest things I've seen in a football field. He was so close to dying, it was ridiculous. So
is that your that's
my
your scientific opinion? Yeah, cool.
Yeah, he was so close to dying. His life flashed before his eyes, probably. So I'm glad that he, obviously didn't
die,
and that the injury I don't think was as severe as what it could have been. Yeah. So yeah, it was always going to be a tough ask for the Doggies against the Swans. Richmond sort of mentioned that. Hawks, gee, we're a rabble. We are an absolute rabble. The whole we were talking off air. The coaching staff, just the entire coaching group should just get in the bin.
They're just no good.
It's just an absolute disgrace to allow. Look, no disrespect to Scott Pendlebury. I mean, the guy is an absolute legend, a great of the game. A lot of people are saying that he might be the best ever Collingwood player of all time. So
some people are saying player in general, Joe. I've heard some commentators on the weekend after the game basically say player in general.
No way.
Best player AFL.
No, best player Collingwood. But is the argument, and you can certainly make that. You can make that argument. Now, I don't know the history of Collingwood and whether or not there's any better pie. Obviously, for me, in my lifetime, is the best pie I've ever seen. But you can't be letting a guy at 38 years of age just do that, and you can't be letting Steele side bottom. And you could clearly tell there was a massive gap in the caliber of the senior players at the Pies compared to the senior players here. It's an absolute joke. So well done to the Collingwood Magpies. Port, definitely a massive surprise ticket. I have no idea how many people would have tipped this outcome, but
I did not.
Gee, that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I did not this week. I went 8 out of 9 for my tips, and I know Shannon Humphreys is quietly doing quite well in our tips and keeps asking me, hey, what do we win if we win the tips? I don't know if we've made a decision for that, Shannon, or if there's anything to begin with. But, it's sneaky Port Adelaide, Joe. Get beat by North Melbourne, get ridiculed by Adelaide, well, potentially this weekend. And they kind of came out of nowhere, I think, a little bit. So nice to see them bounce back. Their team's too good for them not to bounce back and kind of put up shitty performances, I think.
Very impressive by Port. Very surprising by Geelong. Freo and Carlton. Look, Freo did enough to get the job done. Carlton really rallied very late.
Is Geelong on the cliff, Joe? Or are they kind of just like, hey, we've had a few injuries, we're not doing so well at the moment? What's up with Geelong?
Geelong's okay. You can never discount Geelong. Geelong's system it's just too good. Yes, there might be occasions where there's a bit of a hiccup. I mean, remember Geelong lost to Carlton last year and they still made it to the grand final. The year before, the Swans lost to the Tigers. They made it to the grand final. So there's always shock losses here and there. No one can win 100% of the games. So no, I've got no issues about Geelong. I think they're certainly not as well placed as the Lions are, for example, but they'll be all right. They play enough games at GMHBA Stadium to get them a top 6 spot. I mean, that is one of the biggest advantages in all of football, that ridiculous runway of a stadium. That is not regulation size. But yeah, Geelong capitalize. Carlton give their fans a bit of hope if they can start games and continue carrying on the way they've ended that last quarter. They won it. So Carlton showing some competitive spirit, and Sammy Walsh with a 121. You love to see it. This game happened, and there's no point talking about it. This game also happened. Shout out to Dawson. Well done. for all of the coaching staff and the players for getting around Jordan Dawson at the end of the game. Loved seeing Joel Selwood pre-game talking to him as well. Obviously, Joel Selwood has a very acute understanding of what Jordan Dawson's, of what he's going through. So, well done. Well done to the footy community getting around him. I loved his goal. Big, massive goal at the end. He deserved it. Kissed the black band. So, thoughts and prayers with the Dawson family at this point. And then Giants, they were lucky. Giants were lucky. They had that goal that should have been a point. And then they had you guys with the darling rundown tackle at the end.
Yep.
So,
no free kick, mate.
That should have been holding the ball every day of the week.
Yeah.
So that if that goal was a point and then Darling got his free kick and kicked the goal, you guys would have won.
Yep. Well, I mean, that's it, right? It's you can say ifs and buts, but I think across the game, we played okay. We didn't do terribly. Just across the game, there's always ebbs and flows and things that didn't work. And, unfortunately, some fans will come out and say, oh, North Melbourne won the free kick count in a game. Or it's like, well, that doesn't matter too much because if a free kick is there, a free kick's there, right?
Yes.
It just comes down to, hey, is it fair? And I hate the fact that, again, the umpires come out and say, oh, free kick, yep, cool. We come back and we go back on our word. I mean, it's happened to Adelaide, 3 times now? Now it's happened to North Melbourne. For us, it wasn't a game-winning shot, luckily. But, maybe, if they're going to go and play games, and I heard this on Twitter and on Facebook today, maybe if they're going to go play games in lesser stadiums, they should upgrade the cameras in those stadiums and make it so it's not, umpire's decision, have it officiating the ability across everywhere, especially if, I don't know the ratio of GWS games playing at Manuka, but they'd play a fair few amount there of their home games. So, it is what it is. It just sucks. I told people on Friday, I told people on Thursday, hey, don't at me if Zerha doesn't work out. And similar to your boy Sardis, Joe, Zerha didn't work out as well. As Michael's saying here, you're going to play Zerha in a position, that's just what happens. That's just what happens. So, it's it's an interesting game. We'll live and learn from this. And, I can see a world, currently we're on 4 wins, can see a world where we finish the season on 9 or 10. Give these kind of wins, maybe we can steal a win off Geelong. Maybe the game's different if Charlie Comben didn't have gastro, those kind of things. So, just nice to see Cherry running up and around. I'm surprised that we didn't play Constanti either, have him as like a tagging tag, a tagging target, because there's enough good halfbacks for GWS that having someone who can negate or try and negate some of those would have made a bit of a difference, I think.
Hope you guys enjoyed that nice, 13-minute round review, basically.
Oh, sorry.
Just smashed it out. Let's just get some of these comments going now. Aussie Abroad, hello. Decided to go Grill and Blamires for Took and Rechko. But if Archie is named this week, is it worth boosting Watkins out or double downgrading and banking the cash? I'm on team banking cash this week for myself, I think. So I'm just looking at the team as it currently stands. I've only locked in the one trade at this point, just simply being Blamires to Rechko. And I do feel like the rookies on the field seem to be fine to be fielding. So, and they're not, and quite a few of them have still got some money to make. So I'm of the opinion that it might be a good idea to do a double downgrade this week, shore up some cash because, because I think he's going to be named, is what the reporting is. Because if you look at the break, because if you look at the break evens, look at the players who are on the bubble who debuted last week. There's Connor McKenna. Realistically, does he keep his spot in the team? Probably not.
You reckon?
Will Brody not playing. Jed
You reckon
Bustlinger.
McKenna doesn't? You reckon McKenna doesn't keep his spot?
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. It will be one player who gets pushed forward. Like, it will be Lincoln McCarthy gets pushed forward when Dane Zorko comes back. So, and then Connor McKenna's out of the team. Bustlinger, he's 215k. You're probably not going to downgrade to him.
Yeah.
Lachlan Smith in the ruck. Does he stay?
Probably not.
Probably not.
If English is back. If English is back, see you later, mate.
Exactly. When English comes back, he comes back. There's maybe Sam Cumming, who looks really good. You know, he could be coming into our teams too. But yeah, 176.
Funny guy.
Darren Joyce didn't play. Hyphen didn't play. Gipkiss didn't play. Burton. Does Burton stick? No idea where Burton came from. So, I mean, those are really the only options.
I think it was Tim Taranto. Tim Taranto didn't play, so Burton took his spot.
Oh, well then, yeah, Taranto comes back, Burton leaves. So, really, it seems to be only Sam Cumming who is coming on the horizon. Yeah. So, I do think this is a good week with a couple of players who are on the bubble. You know, it's Richco for sure. And I think Arthur Jones will play, and the DPP certainly helps. So I do like the idea of a double down this week. Free up some cash, and then next week you can do one down, one ups.
Jumping on what you're saying too, Joe, like there aren't a lot of players at the moment who I think are probably worth bringing in. There's a few players, like maybe Naz is at his lowest price and things like that, but you kind of mentioned it before. We've got a lot of these rookies at the moment who 1 or 2 more weeks left. You know, what happens with a Mick Andrew, for example? What happens with a few of these other players that look to be okay, that probably have a week or 2 left in their system? Getting rid of them early may be not the best thing at the moment. Yeah. Like, if RD Jones plays, the fact that I can potentially get rid of at least one or both of my crappy forwards this week makes a bit of difference, I think, for me in my team in terms of cash gem.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look and see what's the go with Mackay. I mean, Mackay's only 1 to 2 weeks. That was as of last week, so he could be playing this week. So if Mackay is, if Pitto comes in, then yeah, Reedy's not a go. And even if Reedy is a go this week, Pitto will be back next week. So you're not going to be. So if he gives you one price rise, it's not going to be enough to want to field him or trade him. So for me, it just feels like it's a little bit of a nothing trade in, unless we get news that Pitto's hand actually has necrosis and needs to be decapitated, needs to be chopped off. Then okay, fine. Then excellent. Mark Pitone is unavailable for selection. But unless that happens, you just know Reedy is immediately gone. So then none of these rookies scream boost for me, get me in. So that's why I just think it's just a good idea that it's a Rechko and a Jones if he's named. If he's not named, then don't even worry about it. But I think he will be. That's what the reporting suggests. So I'm pretty happy with the double down. And there's quite a few premiums out there who still have high break evens. Like if you're still looking at a Tristan Sherry, for example, Tristan Sherry, if you want to get an upgrade in your ruck line, he still has a 192 break even, so he's still dropping in price. If you wanted to get a nice midfielder in, for example, you're looking at a Hugh McCluggage who's dropping in price. He still has a 163 break even, so you're not in any rush to get a person there. If you're looking at a forward line, maybe it's like a Rankin, for example, 95 break even. So it's not like it's necessarily super high, but it's not low either, that he's going to be out of reach. So it seems to be a week.
I've been telling a lot of people, sorry, Joe, I've been telling a lot of people to have a look at starting to, what's the right word? Play against the matchups as well. So it's a bit of a shit week because Collingwood, because West Coast and Richmond play each other. I mean, they've got to play each other at some point. So it's a bit of a shit week that they both play each other. But it's always who plays Essendon, who plays West Coast, who plays Richmond. Really, I think a little bit. You only make the points that you get now versus playing the whole season. So just take that into your mind, I think, a little bit with upgrades and stuff like that as well, and players that you want to bring in. There are a few cheaper players, like guys like Clayton Oliver, for example, are going to be around the mark, but still slowly increasing in price. If you still don't have a Keziah Pickett, 89 break-even's not great. Does he cop the tag? Yes or no, but it is a bit of a shocker. Guys like Nazaya, you can wait, as Joe's saying, and even guys like Whitfield in the back line, a few people have him, and I think he's relatively low and going to jump up to 600K sooner rather than later. So there might be a few trade out options, I think, coming up.
Nazaya is one who does interest me, but yes, 121 break even. So
you can wait.
Again, not necessarily. He'll probably score really well this week. Don't get me wrong, against the Blues, but yeah, it just seems to be a week that there's a lot of options that aren't necessarily going to blow you away. That you can always get, that you can get next week, whilst scoring up some cash to facilitate some one up, one down. And I know that there's quite a few people who are really low on the boosts. Like, for example, myself, I'm really low on the boost count. Only all the trades count, exactly. So, I mean, it could just very well be even Jacques goes down. And then
I'm a really big advocate as well of holding your rookies that have the potential to drop massive scores. Kind of went on a bit of a rant about it on Thursday last week, but come the buy rounds, you really want to be spending maybe, 12 to 15 trades. And a lot of our rookies we can hold till then. Like, I'm more than happy, unless an opportunity comes, I'm more than happy to hold Jai Sarong until he's buy. There's a few rookies like Lindsay, for example. The way that he's playing, I'm more than happy to hold him until he's buy. The buys are coming quicker than we think. Like, it's round 8 this week. In 4 weeks away. 4 weeks, the first buys happen. Like, make the cash you can. And it might be a case of, well, I'm not going to make any upgrades. I'm happy with my rookies. I've got Cook, I've got Marshall, I've got Philippou slowly going up in price. I'm just going to wait. I've got Grill, should be okay, scoring 70s and 80s every week. McAndrew is probably the only one really that might need to go. But yeah, you can, like, conceivably very, very happily hold at the moment. Be like, cool, I've got 8 upgrades left. I'm happy to do that during the buy rounds. I get 15 trades in 3 weeks or 4 weeks. Like, I can do that. I can finish my team through the buy rounds, hold right now, and then see what happens. There aren't any super primo guys that are readily available. I mean, if Kobe Stafford jumps on, we'll have a bit of a chat about what we were talking about today. But there aren't any really readily available primos that are must-pick guys right this second for a lot of our teams. I don't know if Noah Anderson, for example, is going to be a keeper for the year. He's only scoring 80s and 90s. Guys like Callahan, potentially in a few weeks, might be a guy that you have to bring in. But there's no, like, must-have right this second guys. Yeah. It's just kind of how it works, I think, a little bit. I mean, Josh Lindsay outscored my entire midfield this week. So, like, it's bananas. Yeah, if someone pops up, then fantastic, but there's no need to force it. As long as you're scoring, like, around par or a little bit better every week. Maybe 1 or 2 players pops up. Maybe the likes of McAndrew kind of falls off. But outside of that, that's it, really. Just figure out your cash gen, aim to go 1 up, 1 down, have enough trades for the rest of your upgrades, and just wait a little bit. You'll be laughing.
The interesting about McAndrew is he tends to go 1. So it will score okay.
Well, his
80s, 70s, 60s. Yeah. And then it has a big one. Then 80s, 70s, 60s, I'm hoping this trend continues, that we get a big one now in round 8.
Well, I was going to say, Joe, check out his scoring from the game, his fantasy to SUPERCOACH ratio, and it's very, very, very good. So he just had like 30% disposal efficiency. It wasn't terrible, you know. He had the role, obviously, and things like that. Can easily see him getting to over 400k, and I feel like a little bit I want to ride that bubble, because this week he plays Port Adelaide. Jordan Sweet maybe beats up on him. We'll see.
But after Samson this week, Ryan.
After this week he plays Samson Ryan. Like, how are you not going to keep him for that game? You know, getting rid of this guy is dastardly.
I might want to trade him out for this North game.
Potentially, yeah. But it is at Adelaide Oval, so
yeah, I know. But so if he scores 71 against Port and then a 95, you know, he's made 7,000.
We're somewhat blessed. We're somewhat blessed by all these rookies. I mean, I thought it was terrible before, but we're somewhat blessed by all these rookies not having made all their money right now. Like Murdoch still has a lot of money to make. Even Todd Marshall. Christ, this guy keeps getting injured and then sick and everything like that. He's taking kickouts, and he's only made like 100k. So he's still got a lot of money to make in his position too. So we're not like forced at the moment to get rid of some of these players. Maybe a Blamires, maybe a McAndrew, as we're saying, Joe. But outside of that, I mean, there's really not that many. You know what I mean?
Milan Murdoch's going to be my F6.
Yeah. Milan Murdoch's got a break even of 0. Like the he's playing Richmond this week. Bro could go 120. Easy. Like, you just hold him to his buy round and say, thanks for your service. Come round 14 or 15. See you later, mate. I'll get you a primo. Like, and it's beautiful. Like, cash gen this year's fantastic. We got Grill, we got Anderson, we got Rechko coming as well. 2 guys who could easily score 70 pluses for the rest of the few weeks. So yeah, it's a good time to be alive, I think.
Long answer. There you go, Aussie Abroad. Congratulations. Michael, g'day, mate. Hope you're doing well. Theo, hello. I done the Richmond rookie and Nas for Bruin and Coleman.
I don't mind it. I think that's all right.
Yeah, I'm sort of holding on to Bruin, not necessarily for the cash, but for the scoring. I feel like he's made me his money. He's made me 120k, and he's averaging 86, which is pretty good. I'm just, he's not an issue for me on my field, but if it allows you to get a primo, then he's done his job. Good to see a Flash.
What's up, Flash?
Stuart, do you get both? I wouldn't be getting Reedy. Rechko, 100%.
Yeah. Rechko's a must-have. He's got a really good role in a poor team, which means that he should play every week, which is what you want. Reedy's just a little bit tricky. Don't know if he's going to play or keep his spot into the team. And we've got a few players potentially coming back as well. So, yeah, I'm just a little bit wary of him right now.
Yeah. Oh, Reedy's immediately gone. As soon as Pitto's
the only way I can see them keeping him is if he actually had a forward game, and then it was like, hey, you can play second ruck forward, but I don't think he does. So it's a little bit sus.
There really is. Look at this! Wow, what a heat map! Oh my! Yeah, this is the stuff of dreams and fairy tales. Who gives a shit about winning premierships in the footy? This is the type of heat map you want from your rookie. Now, does it stay like that? I don't know, because the week before, he was definitely a lot more wing. Yeah.
That looks good, mate.
Oh, mate, I want this. If I get this every week, then he's a keeper. But obviously, it's not going to happen. But yes, get me a Rechko 100%. You got to get him in.
Yeah. It looks good.
Globes.
What's up, Globes?
Good to see you, mate. My peanuts. G-Bags also moving Carroll and Houston to Nas and Rechko. 23 trades.
Yeah.
391 in the bank. Also have 15 keepers.
G-Bags, didn't Carroll just score 100? Like,
yeah.
I
Break even of 13.
I don't know why you're getting rid of him. Like 60k past his use by date. Like, yeah, I understand getting rid of Houston if you want, but Houston's turned up twice in a row. Like, even Houston's a holes at the moment. Is there another way that you can get Naz? I understand, like, it gets you some primos and stuff like that, but you're getting rid of two guys that are making you money or at least scoring some points on field. The whole idea of holding Houston was the fact that he plays MCG, and I think he's got a few more MCG games coming up. So, like, it's half worthwhile.
God, how are you, mate? McKercher, Bruin, and Jagger. And Nas, Hornyman, and the Ret Show. Nice.
Do you like Horn Francis, Joe? Do you think he's going to be like a forward guy that we want to get in? Because he's fairly cheap at the moment, and he's only going to jump up. So this is kind of the week to get him at sub 500k.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about him last week, no? Or the week before. That he's one to certainly keep an eye on because he obviously had an interrupted preseason. He's been getting some more midfield minutes. Look at that, so 40 is slowly ramping up 30, 44, 60, 70. He's getting better week by week. I was talking about how good he looked last week. Him and Butters almost willed them over the line against the Hawks, which was a really good showing by them. He's only 22 years of age. He's a gun. He is a gun. And going off these...
Pick one for a reason.
Correct. So whenever this guy has over 60% CBAs, what does he average? Let's just got the last couple of seasons, just so that we can keep it relevant. In games where he's had over 60% CBAs, 25, and then we get to 24. What's he averaged? He's averaging over 100, as you can see there. So if he's averaging over 100, then that's a top liner in our forward lines. There you go. In the last 2 years, he's had 19 games where he's had at least 60% CBAs. And in those games, he's gone 105.1. So 105.1 is a top liner. And 105.1 for a guy who his price is $495, that presents good value, I think. So you can get him in. He does have the showdown this week, but he also does have round 12 bye. So look to see how invested you are in round 12. If you're not overly invested in there, beautiful. Stuart J. Fraser, Petrarca or Hornyman?
Petrarca's a weird one. Petrarca's a weird one. I almost wish I didn't bring him in, to be honest. He has done me dirty a little bit in terms of what he scored over the last week. Last week he should have scored a lot more. This week he willed himself over the line is probably a good way to say it. But yeah, I'm just not ultra convinced with him. And he's got a fairly high break even as well. So doesn't have a lot of easy games coming up. Had his early easy games. I think that's when he was injured, Joe, in his early easy games, or at least popped out a 170, 150, and then disappeared after a while. So I'd almost go horny man and say, well, Petrarca's going to drop in price. Let's just wait and see. If you're convinced that Horn Francis is going to be a keeper, then you can more than happily just hold him for a little while, I think, and you're not going to be disappointed.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Yeah, I mean, like, you're going to get both, but, like, for right now, like, yeah, I don't know. For right now, I know which one I would rather have.
¿Por qué no los dos? The tacos! Yeah, nah. Look, if I had to pick one or the other, I'd go for the one who is cheaper with a lower break even. That's Horny Man.
Yep.
Kobe, what's up, legends? Thanks, Big J, because I sent you my team on Messenger. Thank you for helping me. I've just been really stuck.
Yeah, it really is, and it might just be an upgrade season, buddy. It might just be 2 rookies. That's it. I'm waiting to see what noises we get past my window today. Already got a truck. Probably get a few motorbikes later on as they decide they're going to rev home. But yeah, I think as Joe kind of explained before, it might just be upgrade season for a little while. Sorry, rookie fixing season, and then going from there a little bit. See what's up after that.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's double down this week, and then next week, 1 down to coming. And then
I don't know if we want coming. To be honest, I don't know if I want coming.
Why not?
He's very expensive, so I would need to see a good game from him to warrant it. He's lucky, I think, that he plays West Coast this week, because if he didn't, then we'd be in a bit of trouble. But yeah,
well, it just makes his break even lower. No,
yeah, but 170 is basically what RD Jones is going to be this week. So do I want him at 170? I don't know.
He had 36% CBAs. That's pretty good. Not bad. We'll see. We'll get another free look at him.
Like it's like
if he pops off with 100.
Yeah.
I know. If he pops off with 100, let's put him in there. Coming. Samuel coming. We've got -8 break even. If this guy was to score now,
sorry guys.
West Coast are in West Coast though, right?
Yes.
West Coast at home are an entirely different beast. So I'm not going to just assume that he scores 100. Let's say he goes 80 again. And then what's he going to score against the Crom at the MCG? 60?
Mm-hmm.
And then against the Saints at Marvel, what does he score? 70? And then against the Bombers, he'll probably score 170 because we're shit. No, he'll probably score. Let's just say he scores 80 again. Project. Yeah. He makes you 100K almost on the dot if he goes 80 this week, 60, 70, 80. So what's that as an average? That's basically if he's averaging 70 over the next 4, he makes you 100K.
I don't know if it's enough.
Fair.
I don't know if it's enough.
Greedy guts, mate. Greedy guts.
Not even. Like, I don't think it's greedy guts. I think it's just like I obviously want more from my players, right? I want more from him. But at a certain point, do we just pick up every guy that's inflated and say, oh, well, he could do this or could do that. So, it's going to work out for you. Like,
well, who else is there?
Well, that's the issue, right? Who else is there? That's the problem. So that's what we're kind of waiting for, is who else is actually there. There might not be many. So we could be forced into picking him, depending on what the situation is like in a couple of weeks.
There's who else? I mean, there's no one else.
Unless we get some debutants. So, yeah.
Which you would be going early on.
Well, yeah, him or Tom Brown. Tom Brown, whatever his name is, the Tom guy who's like
Burton.
Yeah, that one. Apparently his job security is really good.
Is he?
Someone was saying mature age player, job security is really good. It might just be a bit of a slow burn.
All right.
Yeah.
Might be worthwhile then.
Yeah. Joe, some people are waiting. Some people are waiting for the Brad Scott rant. Quietly waiting. So I don't know if you want to start that up anytime soon.
Brad Scott is the worst coach to ever be in the coach's box. Like, are you kidding me? There is no semblance of anything resembling a game plan that is there to win a game of football. There is nothing in there that the players show any sign of confidence, a modicum of interest at playing the game and knowing where their teammates are going to be at any point in time. It is a bunch of individuals who don't know what the hell they're supposed to do, because what was working for 3 games was thrown into the bin. And Elijah Sardis is a classic example of that. We finally give the kid a run after he toils his ass off in the VFL.
And did well in the VFL.
Yes, exactly. And after everyone in the media has been incessantly asking Brad Scott about how good it is to see Elijah Sardis playing good football in the midfield. And he says, yes, it's a reward for effort. We've seen him behind the scenes. Yes, we're not surprised that he can play well. We're not surprised that... I don't give a shit that you're not surprised. I don't care. Because all I care about is our surprise that you then decide to say, no, Elijah Sardis, you've been playing good football. We cannot have that. The Bombers are not allowed to have a good footballer playing football on the field, especially on Anzac Day. No, absolutely not. We're supposed to... What are we supposed to do? We're supposed to go away from what worked. We're supposed to go away from what made us competitive. And what do? We give this kid, for some reason he's been punished, and he loses 20% CBAs, and he plays less than 60% time on ground. Mate, we're past this stage. Brad, we are past this stage. What are we doing? Why are we trying to kill this young man's confidence? Why are we trying to disrupt the apple cart? I don't care if you want to be different and clever and try to trick Craig McRae into giving us a different sort of setup. All it does is confuses the players, because what was supposed to happen didn't happen. You know why? Because you're trying to subvert expectations for absolutely no reason. You don't go out and start tinkering on the biggest freaking stage outside of the grand final. You don't do it. It's the most insipid, most ridiculous thing in the history of football that we're going to decide, no, you know what? We're going to play differently. We're going to disrupt what worked. You know what we're going to do with freaking, what's his face? Tom Edwards. Tommy, 2 goals, Edwards. Where is he? Freaking Edwards. Tom Edwards. Look at Tom Edwards. Look at what he did to this teacher. Tom, Mr. Edwards, if I may, can you please have a one-on-one tutoring session with our buffoon of a coach and teach him something new, please? Look at what he's done to him. Where's that heat map? Here is the heat map. This is not a key forward. This is not the heat map of a key forward. This is the heat map of a winger. Tom Edwards has never played wing in his life. What do we decide to do? You're going to play wing. On what day? Anzac Day. On Anzac Day of all days, we're going to play Tom Edwards on a wing. Why?
Yep.
For goodness sake, Brad, why? Why are we taking this guy?
Yeah.
Look at the output. Look at Tom Edwards' output every game he plays. 2 goals. 2 goals 1. 2 goals 2. 5 goals. This game against Port, he got injured. 1 behind. The game before that, 3 goals 1. This guy is a goal-kicking machine. You put him out on there on the park. You put him in the forward line. He gives you at least 2 goals. What do? Nah. We don't want Sardis in the midfield because we get more clearances that way. No, we shouldn't have clearances. And we won't leave Edwards in the forward line because he kicks goals. No, we don't want goals in the forward line either. Brad, if we don't want clearances and we don't want goals, what the fuck do we want? What do we want, Brad? If you don't want clearances and you don't want goals, what do you want? Do you want us to tank? And you want us to just continue to go down this path of mediocrity? Brad, you are an absolute embarrassment. You and the whole coaching staff are an absolute embarrassment and do not deserve to coach one more single game because, frankly, Blind Freddy can see from a mile away that you are out of your depth and you've got no idea with the tools you have at your disposal. I think there is young talent that's there. Yes, they might have been overawed by the occasion, but the problem wasn't the kids. The problem was the midfield. The midfield got absolutely smacked. The midfield where there are no kids. Don't come out and give me this cop-out answer of, oh, the kids were overawed by the occasion. Bish, that is not the case. Because if you look at it, all the kids were in the forward line. Where were the non-kids? Where were the players who are not kids? In the midfield. Let's pull out that team sheet, shall we? Who was on the ball? It was, where are the bloody followers? Where are the followers? Here. Parrish, Merritt, Caldwell. These are the guys who are on the ball, not children. And what happened? What happened? Where are they? Stupid. 34 inside 50s. How does anyone win a game with 34 inside 50s? You can't. It's impossible. You don't have enough opportunities. But despite having only 34 inside 50s, mate, we still had 15 scoring shots. We were almost going at a score every 2 inside 50s. That's where the kids were. The kids tried to hold up their end of the bargain. But you've disrupted the apple cart, and we got absolutely smacked 20-9 in the centre clearances. I feel like it would be great if we played a player who's decent at centre bounce clearances. Do you know what his name is, Jez?
Zach Merritt.
Elijah Sarnes is quite good at centre bounces. And you know what we do? We decide the midfield is getting smacked and we're not getting any clearances. You know what? Let's not
put him on
play
field.
A gun clearance player in the midfield.
Yeah. That's it, Joe. That's the way, mate.
I'm going to stop there. I think I've gone on for long enough. But I think you can clearly see
Joe's not happy.
Just how inept the coaching is at this club. I've never coached anything beyond SUPERCOACH. And yet even I can clearly see that there are ridiculous problems at this insipid football club. Like, honestly, it's Essendon coaches.
Yeah, we had a look at this before too, guys. It's it doesn't look great.
Who are these? Who are you? Seriously, you? North Melbourne failure. You have never been a real head coach before. You are a board member. All right? You are a board member and you just parachuted yourself into this role. Ben Jacobs.
It's pretty funny. Board member,
seriously,
man.
Who the fish are you, bro? You got concussed and your season, your career is done. So you come in here because Brad feels sorry for you because it happened under his watch. So now you get a gig as an assistant coach in the midfield. Who are you? Cam Roberts, who are you? Brent Stanton, you were, with all due respect, a rubbish footballer and a big whooping boy for us Essendon fans for a long period of time. You go to Carlton, and now look how great Carlton are. So that's what we've got here. David Rath, I don't know who you are. You were touted up as some special guy, but I don't think I've ever seen you in the flesh. I reckon this is an AI photo. Hurley, love you to bits, Hurls. You're a superstar player. You were a superstar player, very near and dear to my heart, but you've never coached anything. You probably haven't even done SUPERCOACH, let alone coach a person.
Surely that needs to be a requirement, right? Like they just get, like you got to get top 1K in SUPERCOACH, otherwise you can't. You can imagine if that was a real thing, Joe.
Toby McLean probably is more accomplished than all of these guys, apart from maybe Dean Solomon, who's obviously had a great career.
I don't think any others have actually won a premiership. Like
Dean and Toby are the only two who've got premierships.
It's bonkers, mate.
And Dean's one was from obviously before we were irrelevant. Yeah. And then Todd Goldstein, bless your heart. I love you, Toddy. But seriously, we've got no rucks to coach, Todd. We've got no rucks to coach because freaking Draper went to Brisbane and Brian, his ACL. And guess what? Who we play this week? Sam Draper, who is going to tear us an absolute new one.
Smash you guys, isn't he?
He is going to tear us an absolute new one. So that's it.
Tear you apart. That's going to be Sam Draper.
Always tears us apart. But yeah, that is...
Oh, that's rough.
Seriously, all these Muppets, go. Yeah. Done. Pay him out. I don't care if it's going to put the club into an insane amount of debt. It doesn't matter. It's worth it. Go into debt. Ask the AFL for assistance. I don't give two shit. There's no need. There's no reason to be proud and bold. We're a big club and we don't get assistance. Stuff that crap. Get the assistance and sack these assistants. All of them can go and actually have a credentialed coaching box, because without that, there is plenty of good young talent. But if you've got the absolute blind leading the blind, these guys who have absolutely no resume and no credibility, you can't have them be coaching a young team. Thank you very much for attending my TED Talk. I will not talk about the Essendon Football Club at all for the rest of this podcast, because I know I've taken up a lot of your time. Thank you very much for listening. I'm sorry if it went on for too long, but I just had to get it out. Thoughts on Mark Pittenay and Nick Madden as Supercoach options?
Nah, I don't think so.
R2 is McAndrew is close stopping out. Yeah, he can be close, but as we discussed pre-rant, he plays a Nankervis-less Richmond in a couple of weeks. So
yeah,
it's not necessarily something that you have to dispose of right now.
The thing with him as well is, sure, he might not make you any more money, but he's still going to be an okay option for you to have on field. Like, surely he's not your worst rookie, is what I'm kind of trying to say. So I think he'll be okay to hold for a couple of weeks if you have to. If you want to hold him until a Grundy or a Gawn or, Tristan Cherry with 186 break even keepers out, I don't think it's the worst option either. So I think you're okay to hold him for a little while.
Rodney Smith, Bruin, McAndrew, Borechko, Dunkley, and Sherry.
I'm a little bit wary on Dunkley. I don't know if he's going to be any good, and that's kind of my problem with him. That Dunkley's getting given all the shit jobs, and with the shit jobs come the shit scores. And I would hate for you to have him and be like, oh no, I've got Dunkley, and after this week when he plays Essendon, because I imagine a lot of players are going to have good weeks against Essendon. No offense, Joe.
Yes.
Yes. No offense there. There's a lot of players that are going to have really good weeks against Essendon this week. But I'm a little bit wary on the likes of Dunkley, who next week could go back to scoring shit. Even McCluggage. I mean, the guy only had 14 touches on the weekend. Like, it wasn't... He scored okay. But Levi Ashcroft, the Ashcroft boys are starting to take over. There's a lot of players. Lockie Neal started to go big again for those that brought him in at 530K against North Melbourne. Like, there's a lot of these players, and there's too much sharing the ball. And Josh Dunkley's always the one left out because the other guys can't tag, so Josh Dunkley gets the tagging role. The other guys can't really do a run with role. Cool, Josh Dunkley's going to have it. So it makes it really tough to own him because he's likely going to drop you a 60 and then maybe 100 and then a 60 again. And then, whatever it is, regardless of how many CBAs and stuff he gets, because he just picks on the opposition's best player. So, yeah, I'm a little bit wary of advocating to bring him in. I think he's going to drop even further. We might get Josh Dunkley at, a letter, a number with a 3 in front of it. So, yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah, the thing is, though, about McCluggage, I'm really excited for him because if you look at his CBA count, 38, 40, 59,
The scoring's
he's slowly building. He's slowly building, obviously coming off an injury. Slowly building. He nailed a couple of very nice set shots from about 50 meters out. So he's looking good. He's passing the eye test for me. And it's perfectly set up against the Bombers now at round 8. This is his 4th game in a row. Obviously, we have no ruck. Draper's going to go ham. He's going to continue to get a bit more CBAs, you would imagine. He only had 50% disposal efficiency. So what for 85 at 50%, so this could have been and really should have been a much better score, but that's a great heat map. That's a great heat map for me. I really like McCluggage. I can't wait to bring him in soon. He's definitely going to be in my team without a shadow of a doubt. Hey, Super Blue Iris. Thanks, mate. Thank you very much. Suitcase isn't getting time on ground.
Yeah.
He's slowly getting there. I mean, he's had 56%, around the 67, 66%. Then again, they had been blowing them out of the water, Blue Iris. Do you know what I mean? It was a very comfortable lead. They didn't have to keep him out there for a long period of time. Yeah, you are frozen. I can hear you, but you're frozen.
All right, 1 second.
So it's
weird. It's
not too bad in terms of his time on ground, and I like that he's tackling again. 5 tackles, 14 disposal. Look, things are looking good. He's coming right. I'm very happy to bring in Huey. It won't be this week, as unfortunate as it is. I'd love to bring him in this week. Yeah, you're not frozen anymore. Good. So yeah, big fan of Huey. What's Huey priced at now?
Just above 500k, I think.
498.
Yeah, he's still got a way to go though. 163 break even.
The Bombers. He's got a 159.
Yeah, so he's still got
163.
He's going to drop in price.
Yeah,
nah, we'll see. We'll see what's up. Yeah, I don't know. Projections having him drop a lot in price and petering out at around 380k, which would be hilarious.
Penal's 38. How does he keep doing it? I was 1 when this guy debuted. I know, he's amazing.
It's just load management, really. Knowing what he can and can't do on field, and making sure. I mean, Harry Shees will probably play till he's 50, unless he gets like ACL injuries and stuff. Just the way that he plays every week. So yeah, I would love, and hopefully it's going to happen if Pendlebury retires this year. Go and grab Pendles as a development coach at North Melbourne would be very cool.
Lads, I've got 678k and can get anything but a ruck. Leaning on Roberts, but doesn't have a good next 2 matchups for kickers. Any thoughts on who I should get in?
Ooh. You can get anyone.
But
anyone. Let me see. How much is it? 6. The thing is, right? I want to advocate for you to get someone who allows you to have money extra. And I think Archie Roberts is good enough that he will be that guy that you can keep for a long period of time. So I wonder if you just want to get him anyway and just say, cool, it's either him or it's like a Lockie Whitfield or something similar that you can grab as keepers in your team, and it allows you to have like 100k for upgrades next week. I think that's the way to go, Flash. If you can spiral your things going down, that would be fantastic. I would say go grab a Bailey Smith. You're 1k off grabbing a Bailey Smith against North Melbourne, who should do well, but I'm a little bit wary of you just coming in and being like, well, blast all your money because I think a lot of us did that early with grabbing a Gorn, with grabbing a Cherry, with grabbing a Bontempelli at the highest price, and not having enough money to do another upgrade the following week. So, like a Lockie Neal could be great. Archie Roberts could be great. Lockie Whitfield, if you don't have him, could be great. Even like Max Holmes, high enough break even, but should do quite well against North Melbourne. There's a few of these type of players around.
Yeah,
but just spiral. Get someone around the 560k mark or 580k if you can. Use that money for an upgrade next week. And I think you'd be laughing,
I think at 569, Lockie Neal presents a lot of value.
Yeah.
I do like Lockie Neal. He's got the Bombраys this week. His buy is not until round 15. And let's be real, there really aren't any Essendon Primos apart from maybe a Roberts or
it's
a
only
Merritt.
Melbourne, really. It's only Melbourne that kind of murders them. That's it.
Swans, you might have a Heaney maybe or a Grundy. And then Eagles, there are no premiums there either. So it's quite a light round 15 buy.
Josh Lindsay.
Josh Lindsay, true. The primo. So yeah, I'm really liking Lockie Neal. He's looking great, to be honest. Lots of CBAs, cleanliness. The lines, I think, are starting to turn it on. If you want a pod, I don't mind Lockie Neal.
Yeah, and I think if he has another big game, which he should have this week, hopefully. Sorry, Joe. I think he's going to be somewhat unobtainable for a lot of people too. Like 600k is nothing to scoff at the moment when we're all, frothing over. Oh, Hugh McCluggage is going to be 480 next week. It's not a great position.
For context, I'm looking at getting Bont, Petrarca, and Dawson.
Okay.
Bont is dropping in price. It's pretty good. Good for you. Dawson, yeah, Dawson's interesting. I just don't know if what role is Dawson playing.
I just don't know if he's going to be a keeper.
Well, Jordan Dawson should be a keeper if you're trading him in. The only question is, what's his role? I feel like he played a bit more behind the ball this week. Only the 29% CBAs and 3 kick-ins. This for me is what I like to see from Jordan Dawson. For me, I want to see this is, oh my. Your sex is on fire with this. Oh my Lord. He gets a third of the CBAs and then he's just farming ball off half back. Oh my God. That is amazing. Yes. Yeah. Jordan Dawson. I hope this role continues. We've seen it for 1 week. Does that continue to be a thing? Was that them looking out for him because of what's happened to his family? Or does it stick? I'm happy to see it another week or two. Oh, it's got Richmond. Oh, no.
Yeah, their run is really good. It's what made me want to go and pick, your Rankin and your Rochelle just for their run. It's a bit nasty.
All right, maybe Dawson. Damn. I didn't see the heat map properly. Just to my eye, it looked like he was playing behind the ball. Good, the heat map confirmed it. I'm definitely keen to bring him in. If that role persists, delicious. I'm very upset. No indicators tonight. Bro, it's not Thursday, Michael. Thursday night is drive home night. Too many me players at Gold Coast. True, exactly. It's a it's a team of champions as opposed to a champion team.
Do you think that's what it is, really? Like, they just don't know how to play well with each other?
Yeah, they don't know how to play together. Rao is see ball, get ball. Petrarca is all about the brand. And, Took's a workhorse, sure. Noah Anderson almost seems disinterested. It genuinely hasn't quite clicked at all. So, yeah, we'll see how Dimmer turns it around, but there's definitely a lot more ego in this team than what Dimmer was used to at Richmond. Richmond's midfield was a lot more team-oriented And yeah, it's very different at the Suns. Everyone knows that they're good individually. Everyone knows that they're individually very talented. Whereas the Tigers, you'd have a lot of players in there that were just really, really solid role players that knew their limitations and played within the same style with everybody else. So it wasn't. This is a much more talented team, I think, than what the Tigers had. But the problem with genius is that you're smart. You know what I mean? And so you can start being cute and not playing proper, true team football. I'm too smart to pick up the rubbish or to do the dishwashing. I'll let the assistant do it, for example. Yeah. It's no. Everyone has to be willing to do the nitty-gritty. No one is above
pick up the rubbish.
Exactly.
No littering.
100%. Loving the beard, Big J.
Oh, thanks, mate. I'm going to get a trim soon.
Bailey Gone would be really cool. I really have no idea who would want to go to this club at this point. Unfortunately, Flash. I don't know why anyone would leave for the Bombers. And that's basically what G-Back said. Yep, indeed. Gold Coast followed Dimmer to Italy. Dimmer would still be over there enjoying life. Gold Coast did him dirty. Right, he's getting paid ham pull.
Yeah, he walked into a club and basically said, hey, we've just given you like probably one of the best clubs in the league. So many concessions, so many everything. It's up for you to win at this point. It's obviously not happened, but it's your job to lose, your team to lose with, because it's just so stacked. Hey, look, during the trade period, we just brought in 2 more superstars, Jamara and one of the best players in the league, Christian Petrarca. Like, come on. And then what, like 4 more top 10 picks or top first round picks? Like, come on, bro. Like, can you get any more of a stacked team outside of, putting another team with Gold Coast just so you can get more stacked? I don't know.
Yeah. This is the greatest Colonial player by a mile. Well, you'd have to ask Maltesing. She's probably more of an expert about the Pies. I mean, you're going to be a stand-in, Longmire or Hinkley, along with Warner and Georgiades. That would be huge, Michael. Absolutely huge. Yeah, it's a tough ask for a new coach to come in to a rebuilding team. I always find that there's a fine line between having the energy to do it, but also having the expertise and knowledge of what it is that you're supposed to be aiming for. So for me, my ideal is if you're going to bring in an untried coach, you want someone who is experienced, who might have been burnt out from a Longmire maybe was burnt out after many, many years of coaching. But if you bring him in as an assistant / mentor, it's obviously not the same as being the head coach. Still in the box, still in the environment, still having your obvious, big impact on the team. Yeah. But you're not in front of the media all the time. You're not the one who has to be running all of the meetings. So you can, that's my idea is Mini wasn't really set up to succeed being a standalone. I think you really need someone senior to help guide you through what is, rebuilds suck. That's why no one really wants to do it. If rebuilds were easy, freaking every team would be doing it.
Sometimes they don't work.
Exactly. They're not
we're
easy.
Joined by helicopters today, Joe. Sorry for cutting you off. Don't know if you guys can hear the helicopter. There's now helicopters above my house, so there you go.
Helicopter.
Big. It's shaking my house. That's how bad the helicopter was. So yeah.
My God.
Just a bit of excitement there for you guys.
I actually like taking a punt on Stewart because Henry is back and he's 456k and allows me to trade Jacques and hold Grill.
Yeah, he's one that I'm looking at. I just don't know if I can take the punt on him with the price and performance. I almost need to see one good game from Stewart before I can say, okay, cool, you're back. That's my only issue at the moment with Stewart.
You just never know with these.
Yeah, the role's going to change and he's going to be shit again.
He's still the number 1 kick-in taker, which always is nice. He had 9 kick-ins. It's a pretty healthy. It's
Good,
pretty 3 points.
Pretty average, not too bad. They're good size.
Yeah, not bad. Good size. I mean, nine kick-ins is pretty sizable there. 85%, 78% play on, which isn't disappointing. But let's have a look at that heat map. So he had 27 disposals. I mean, that is just. I have never seen a more degenerate heat map than this.
Mm.
Have you ever seen a more degenerate heat map? Who refuses to go outside of the goal square. The goal square's funny. There. He's just patrolling the top of the goal square. Wow.
Yeah. That's it, Joe. Lock it in.
That roll sticks, then yeah, sure. Count me in. What was the week before? Pushed up a lot higher. Okay. Thoughts on John Newcomb as a sneaky pod option? Could see him possibly being close enough to top 8 or 10 for the rest of the year without paying a premium price tag.
I would rather get a good player in. To be honest, I would rather hope to get a good player than bust your guts on someone like him. I think we're going to get better players. Like, there's something to be said. Don't get me wrong. There's something to be said about picking the best player on each team and just being like, cool, I've got the best player at the Hawks. I've now got the best player at Essendon. I've got the best player at West Coast and things like that, because they're going to get majority of the ball. Like, just straight up, it's going to happen. But is he better than a McCluggage? Is he better than some of these guys? I don't know, personally. And for me, I've had seasons of I don't knows, and I hate them. And I do not want to go back to seasons of I don't knows. It sucks.
Yeah, John Newcomb, he's like the princess that never was. I don't know if you guys know, Game of Thrones and the Dance of Dragons, but this guy has been the promised one. He's been coming for a few years now. There's been a number of years where it's like, oh, John Newcomb, he's a nuke. He's unstoppable. He's got the big guns, and he's the number one mid. And that's the thing with John Newcomb. We know what he is, and we know that he is a gun. And I'm more than happy to love watching him and respecting him as the gun that he is. He is doing an amazing job at the Hawks, a power of work, and I'm just happy for him to just keep doing his thing. I won't be trading him in. So I don't think he's 115 plus average. No. I don't think so. And until he does it for the first time, then and only then will I be a bit more comfortable to do it. I know people have been talking about for the last 2 seasons that he could be there, he could be there, he could be there. For now, I'm happy to just watch him from afar and cheer him on, really, because I love the way he goes about it. Pendles is the calmest player. Oh, it's insane. It's insane. It's like he's doing a bloody shiatsu massage out there on the field. It's remarkable. I also love how the game slows around Pendlebury. Well, he is dependable. You can always depend on him. He is probably a specialist masterclass, and we salute him. Junior West had a very decent run for both mids and kickers. Should Whitfield and Ash and maybe Callahan be on our radars?
Yeah, there's a reason why I'm so salty about Clayton Oliver as well. Is just he's just looking good, and they've got a decent enough run coming up that they're going to score well with him in the team. So, yeah, it's going to go well for those people that have him, and I think he'll score well from here on out. I don't know about Callahan, man. I don't know if he came to the season not fit. Something's up with his body. I just can't picture it, but yeah, it's a bit rough.
All right, it's copped 2 tags in a row.
Yeah, I know, but even before that, like 1 score over the mark, I don't know.
That's nice. 3 green matchups, solid green matchups in the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, which is why I'm like, hey, Clayton Oliver's looking really good too.
Finn Callahan's 535 with a break even of 189. Maybe it's the following week when he plays against, guess who? The Bombers.
Yep, you got nobody to stop him.
And then he's got West Coast. Ooh.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. Looking at Finn next week.
Yep.
Finn is in next week.
Finn is in next week. Finn is in.
Oh, Jesus. Hello, beautiful men. Hello, beautiful man. How are you,
What's
Jack?
up, Jack?
Finally, a good week for me. 2380.
Oh, it's not too bad.
Up
Pretty good.
30K spots to the top 10,000. Went Sarong and Myers to McInerney and Anderson. Trade seemed annoying, but I think McInerney. Well, that's what I said. I said it was a solid pick last week, and I'm glad you went with him.
I'm not certain on McInerney. It burnt a few people, I think, last week.
He's all right. What did he score last week?
Like 70.
74? Yeah, very good. Very solid.
Oh, yeah, good score. Good score, Joe. Cheeky 70. Yeah, really nice that work.
Against who, bro? Against the Bont. Because Bont is Bont. Give me Bont on one leg. Give me Bont on one leg. Yeah, over 90% of the league. Seriously, Bont on one leg beats the entire Essendon Football Club. Now, he is sensational, the Bont. He's got Melbourne this week. No, it's not. This is McInerney. McInerney's got Melbourne this week.
Yeah.
Interesting. At home.
It'd be interesting to see what happens with Heaney. If Heaney's going to mess things around a little bit.
Interesting. Very interesting. Come on, lads. If you're going to play out of position, how are you going to win?
Well, that's
it. Oh, my God. These comments are an hour ago. Whitfield, Roberts, or Nash.
We had a bit of a rant about the Bombers for a while.
Whitfield.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Whitfield's very good.
Order for me. Pendles. Oh, wow. So Maltesing also agrees. Pendles is the greatest pie of all time. Pendles, Nathan Buckley, Dane Swan, Peter Dacos, Peter Moore, Bob Rose is often spoken as incredible. Retired on level. Very cool. I'd say only Dacos, Merritt, Bont, and Neal compared to Pendles in their silkiness and ability to evade defenders and manipulate time. Then Kemp was our Pendles. The game just stopped for him too. It's a rare talent to be able to have. For us, we really miss Nick Martin because Nick Martin has that time stopping thing, whatever that thing is. Nick Martin has that, and
a little bit like Harry Sheasel as well.
Shees, yes, we really miss these. We really miss Nick Martin. I've got 3 rookies on the chopping block: Blamires, Dev Rob. Still got Dev Rob and Lombard. Which 2 should I trade out? Leaning towards Blamires and Dev Rob.
It's probably worth it.
I reckon that's a pretty good idea. Flash, so I agree.
Yep.
Is the time right for Cluggage? I mean, you could go this week because he does play Essendon. Yeah. But he does have a very high break-even. Now remember, the whole reason why you play the break-even game is so that your dollars can go further. Yeah. Now, at the end of the day, though, dollars are there to buy players who are going to score good points. And if we think McCluggage is going to score good points this week against my shit mob at 498, because remember, you're buying him for his output from the second you buy him. So you don't necessarily care if he starts to drop, if he drops a little bit in price next week, because you've almost got him when he's fully bottomed out, and you're no longer riding the price rise or the price fall with him. You're now riding the points. How well does he score as soon as you buy him? And if you think he's going to score really well, which I do think he will against the Bombers, then could be a good week to buy in a keeper in your midfield for under 500K. That's pretty good. Is there a case for trading Lombard?
Yeah, of course there is. Of course.
Is
I think he's a slow burn, and unfortunately, if you can grab an RD Jones from Lombard, 100%. I've seen some people trading, and I know SuperCoach Pro did it, and not the biggest advocate of it, but he traded in a dead player in his team. His cash gen's a little bit scuffed, but yeah, 100%. If you've got downgrade options, and that's been the biggest problem for us outside of someone like Steen, who didn't debut in round one, there's really not been forward line downgrade options, like at all. Like, we didn't even get a Murdoch being able to swap, so allowing us to put some players into those positions. Dev Rob was there, but Cooley's injured, so we all got rid of him. We need players to grab our Dovestons, to grab our guys like that from the forward line and start making money off them. Lombard, 100%. If RD Jones comes in and scores another 70, you're glad that Lombard's gone. So, yeah, 100% you can get rid of him. You just need a target to downgrade. I can do the flip it currently with like Philippou. Some people might have Cook in their midfield. You just need targets to bring in.
Yep.
I wouldn't be against you saying, cool, I like all my rookies. Here's a situation for you, right? I love all my rookies. I think they're great. I'm going to go Lombard to Rechko via a Philippou in your midfield. Like, that in itself is not terrible.
Thoughts on Smith or Jagger? Yeah, I think Jagger can go. Smith and Blamires or Jacques/Grill. No, Grill you hold. What? No, absolutely. You hold Grill.
Grill's the long term to the buy
Rechko and Jackson. The Ruck Jackson. When can McAndrew and Bruin go also? I could boost to get another fall in Prima for 508. Maybe worth holding for Nas next week. Jagger can go and Blamires can go. If you can trade out Jagger and Blamires to get Rechko and Jackson, just do that. That's excellent. Because you've gotten rid of two rookies for a bubble boy and a primo. So if you can do that for just one down, one up like that, that's a beautiful piece of work there, Jack. I love your work, mate. Reedy. Hell no. Hey, Sports Nut, how are you, mate? Bruin and McAndrew, are they holds?
I can see a world, so I wouldn't trade them out unless you can get primos. McAndrew you can hold for probably another week or so, or long term if you want to just hold him until the bye rounds. He does play the Tigers next week that don't have Nankervis, so it's fun. Not next week, not this week coming. He should make some more points on field from that and potentially reset his cash gen. Like, imagine trading McAndrew for somebody and then 2 weeks later he scores like 120 again. And it's like, oh shit. Well, I'm in trouble. Tanner Bruin's a little bit scuffed. I think he's not the worst rookie you've got on field. So I traded him last week and I got Cosy Pickett. So I made a bit of an upgrade in points. But I can totally see a world where you're like, hey, I'm going to hold him until the bye rounds because he's averaging 80 and I think he's going to be a great player and has the spike gains. Tanner Bruin was scaring me. He was Geelong's third highest scorer for a majority of the game. So if he keeps up with that, I think he'll do very well.
No CBAs.
Yeah, he's been shuffled around a lot.
Yeah, his role is still pretty good. I mean, he's just almost following the ball wherever it is, really, isn't he? It's pretty good.
He'll beat up on the shitty teams. I wouldn't expect. I would assume Tanner Bruin might have a good game against North Melbourne.
Well, you're not a shitty team. You are officially no longer.
Is that official now, Joe? We're not shitty anymore.
Well, in my eyes, on the Joe scale, I give you, in my own personal rankings, you are officially no longer a shit team. Congratulations, Jez.
Oh, thanks, mate. Thanks.
You are officially out of the shit. The dark days are finally over. it's only good. It's only good times
we'll
to head for North.
We'll see after this year. I think after this year, we can make that. We can make that assumption.
Join in the chorus and sing it one and all. North Melbourne
are not shit anymore. We're on the ball.
Exactly. On the ball. Hopefully West Coast can win against the Tigs this week. Yeah, I mean, West Coast and West Coast. It's an entirely different ask. I'd actually be leaning towards you guys, Shannon.
Yeah, I think so.
Because it's at Optus.
Yeah, I think West Coast's going to win. I think I'll tip them.
Nightfall. Thoughts on Washcroft/Bailey or Neil this week? Or Klug? Yeah, so we're clearly, that's it. I think people are now starting to really want to cash in and get some of these Lions in, that it looks like they're turning the corner. They've all dropped in price a pretty decent amount, haven't they? All of them, right? If I go to the players.
Yeah, I think Lockie Neal's the most expensive, but the other guys have all dropped in price. Zach Bailey didn't have the greatest game, so it's probably not the best thing for him, but the other guys.
Yeah, so Neal is close to his starting price. He's only lost 4K from his starting price.
Yeah.
Zorko was injured. Washcroft is down 70K. Dunkley's down 158K. Pretty good. Bailey's now gone up 30K. When did I trade him in? I traded him in 2 weeks ago. What was his price 2 weeks ago? His price was... I've got him for a 52 and then a 123. That's not a great turnaround, but hopefully he pops off this week. Yeah. Neil, yeah, I like Neil for sure. He's just going under the radar doing his own thing. He's averaging 3-round average 125. And when he plays well and the blinds are up and about, you know they're coming. So yeah, I like Neil at 569. Being back in Australia finally gives a mental health such a boost. It's not funny. Also feels funny being here at the time differences because usually I watch you guys at 11 a.m. Oh, now you're getting tired, Jack. Now you have to watch us at night.
There you go, Jack.
Oh, good to see. Mate, we're gonna have to tee something up if you're here already. This is awesome, mate.
Figure it out.
At Mason Daly I7X sounds like some sort of car brand. Out of Jagger, Jai Sarong, Blamires, Grill, or Kadeen Coleman, who should be the first three out this week?
Well, that's the question, isn't it? Blamires needs to go. He needs to go. I would say Blamires and Jagger, to be honest. Blamires, Jagger, and maybe Kadeen Coleman, as Joe's showing here. I think Grill can still make a lot of money and can get close to maybe even 350, 400K. Jai Sarong can pop out hundreds. It's happened before, or close enough to hundreds for you to care. I would be keeping Grill and Jai Sarong, barring someone becoming really evident as you have to bring in. I would almost say keep those two for a while, potentially even to the buys. Wait till other players upgrade, because you want to be doing like 15 trades during the buys. It is rough.
Bailey wasn't any good. He only had 29 disposals and 3 goals.
Of course. Just
rubbish. It was a rubbish game for Bailey. 29 and 3.
Not great.
Not great at all. Yeah, what Jez said. Also, with this up with my top 3 captain options, Dogger, Butters, and Bont playing on the same bloody night, putting the showdown alongside another game is criminal. 100%. 100%. AFL continues to show it's got no idea what it's doing. Almost as inept as the Bombers. They just absolutely no idea what they're doing at AFL headquarters. Absolute muppets. Well done. You are Nostradamus. Flashtradamus. You are now Flashtradamus. Benjamin DeVille.
Benjamin.
Benjamin DeVille, Benjamin DeVille. Jackson, move McAndrew to flex or Nass. Jackson. I like Jackson.
Yeah.
What do you prefer, Jackson or Nass?
Either or's fine.
Bro, Jackson without English this week.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun, but I think the doggies win, so I don't know how much of that. They're not beating up on shitty West Coast.
The
Or
Bombers.
Carlton or Essendon or someone else. So, yeah.
I like that.
It's not versus Liam Reedy. Naz is interesting, right? So we spoke about it on stream on Friday, Joe. Naz has so many like Marvel games coming up that it's almost you're almost forced to pick him. He just has so many come up.
Yeah, you will pick him.
Yeah. You're kind of chucking him in there.
I definitely want him before Richmond. Definitely want him before Richmond is all I'll say. Yeah, hope that was good, Sean. I hope you were still here to hear it. Darren, hey boys, here's my last boost. Leaving $7,000 out. Coleman, Blamires, and McAndrew in Dogger, Roberts, and Rechko. Yeah, well, it's 3 rookies into 2 primos and a rookie. I mean, that's quite successful. Thumbs up, mate. Well done. Phil and Jade. Phil and Jade. Are these 2 people? Like Phil and Jade? Like Phil and Jade?
Yeah, man. That's it.
2 people with a monkey smoking a cigarette. But it should be a banana because monkeys never crap. You haven't seen that one? Monkeys never crap? They have 2 bananas. They have 2 bananas. That's why monkeys never cramps, because of the bananas. All right. You've never seen that one? You've never seen that one?
Yeah, I've seen it. Sorry, the MMA guy.
Not the MMA guy. The baseball dude.
Oh, yeah. Maybe it was someone else.
Monkeys never cramps. Bolton worth looking. Nah. I'd never look at Shea Bolton twice. This guy is the definition of burn man. He burn you, bro. He burn you like a crispy potato, bro. It's ridiculous. What are you gonna get? Are you gonna get 66? Or are you gonna get 142? What are you gonna get? This is a roller coaster that is not good for those with poor heart. If you have bad blood pressure, if you have diabetes, mellitus, this will kill you. Okay? Do not pick Shea Bolton. He is not for the weak of heart. Let's just say that.
Yeah. I think as well he's taking a little bit of points off the likes of what's the word? Taking a little bit of points off the likes of Andy Brayshaw as well. And I don't know if that's going to stay around. So I'm a little bit wary of, hey, advocating for you guys to pick him. Yeah.
Mark.
What's up, Mark? Thank you very much, buddy.
Mate, I was wondering where you've been. Did you see me rant about the boys? Did you see me rant about what a weekend. 5 games in 4 days. And with a rugby league game also. Go Bunnies. Wow, you've been very busy, Mark. Well done, Pies, a champion team. Always beat a bunch of Muppets. And why is Tom Edwards playing? I don't know, Mark. I don't know. I'm not King Muppet himself, Brad Scott. I don't know why he's freaking sabotaging the team. I showed everyone. If you play Edwards in the forward line, he gives you at least 2 goals a game. He is a freak. As his production in the forward line is so consistent. Let's just take him out of the forward line. Why don't we? Insane. I wouldn't go Bolton 1 week. Will score you 100%. Which rookie do we go? This which rookie needs to go? I'd say Jagger can go for sure. Blamires can go. The rest can stay. Oh, wait, Reeves. Reeves. Who does Reeves play? Collingwood. 76. He should beat it, no? Oh, yeah, he had Wits last week. Yeah, Wits is tough.
Ned Reeves, bro.
Yeah, but Ned Reeves needs to go soon. I think for you, it's Jagger, Blamires, and Reeves. Those three have to go. Trade Kitty or McAndrew? Depends.
This is the question. This is
You wanna
the
run?
big question.
I don't know. I feel like Kitty should do really well against the Bombers. And then McAndrew's got Richmond next week.
Mm.
How about neither?
Is neither an option?
Could you downgrade someone else? Like I traded out Blamires and who? Jacques? Yeah. I've traded out Blamires and Jacques.
Jakes.
Bro, it's Jacques Cousteau. Leave him alone.
Jakes.
Jacques Cousteau. Right. All right. Wait. Let me stop sharing and then share my screen again, this time with audio. How do I go to Google Translate and get
Bro,
Google
he
pronounce?
said his name is Jakes. He said it, yeah?
Jacques.
Jacques. His name is Jacques. Okay?
Bro, he said his name is
Did you hear?
Jakes.
Are you hearing Google?
Jacques.
I don't care.
Jacques. It's Jacques Cousteau, bro. Jacques Cousteau. Case closed. The case is closed. Thank you for
Bro,
coming.
you know that wouldn't hold up in court, mate. I'm sorry.
Bruv,
Let me
let's
just pull out my Google Translate in court. Oh yeah, his name's Jakes.
Right, this is a case I'll win. I will win that case, bruv. Don't you worry about it.
You sure?
I'm willing to put money on it. Let's go. Where do you want to go? VCAT? Go to VCAT.
Yeah, just VCAT, you know.
Over Jacques Cousteau. Yes,
I love that.
please, guys, like and subscribe. If Trelaw smashes 100 plus this week, do we take a punt?
That's the question, isn't it? That's the real question. Didn't have the greatest game last week, but yeah, I don't know.
No, I'm not going anywhere near there, Yanko. Bro, Yanko, I have burnt more trades than firewood for bloody in the winter. All right?
Yeah,
I have
that's right.
burnt through these trades like no one's business.
I
can't be bringing in guys who I know are going to break down.
Yeah. I said it on Twitter to Supercoach Pro. I'm just like, hey, at this point, it's rookies or guys that I'm going to keep all year that I know are premiums. Like some of us, and some people I've chatted to now are down to like 19 trades next week. I'm just like, bro, you just can't. You have to keep up the trades and you have to keep going. You just can't. The time for these type of players was like round 3, not now. If he turns out to be a primo, fantastic, but it's not worth the risk at the moment.
Yes. That rant was worth 100 likes. Cheers, Shauno. Doing a Supercoach Pro? Yeah, maybe. Hey, man, Joe, that 61 sucked. Joe, honest opinion on Mackay. Oh, Mackay.
Good player,
Right.
worth $1.2 million.
Can I change? Can I suggest a translation?
You're gonna suggest
I don't want-
shit.
Yeah, I want to translate Mackay and give him the official give him the definition of shit. Can I suggest a recommendation?
Yeah, cool.
How do I do that? I want to rate. No, suggest an edit. Mackay is a shit. Submit. Yes, there we go. We have This is. I mean, that's all we can do, isn't it? Pull up grill heat map. Show like a doodle. Oh, liver. Oh, fab. Thank you. I need some fun. I need some joy. Where is he? Sam Grill. I need some
that
happiness.
going around. I don't know what it is, but it's just like the way the players run around on field. It's just funny shit, bro.
Where's that doodle? Look, Jess.
Yeah. It's like a boomerang. A ninja star or something, you know.
This is very nice. I like it. Great one. Thank you, Fab. You're a legend. I love you, mate. Come on, Dad. You need some peanuts. I get Blackiston to come see you. He's probably watching this and saying, if Blackiston is watching this.
Hello, Blackiston. We love you.
No. Get stuck. Get in the bin. Get in the bin. No. Where's that? Where do I find the freaking bin thing again?
It's hanging around.
Where's the bin? There. Blackiston. If you're watching this, Lockie Blackiston, bro, I need you to tell me, I need you to come out, type in the chat. Are you injured? Because I just kept seeing you bend over to pick up the ball with one hand, and it literally clean bowled you every single time. You basically were the reason why we conceded like 3 goals, I reckon, just off of you being unable to pick the ball up. Lockie, if you're injured, speak. Okay? If you're injured, tell someone at the club that you're injured. All right? If you're too shy to tell them, tell me and I'll tell them. I promise. If you're injured, we'll get you off the field, bro. We're not going to risk you. All right? You've signed on a contract for 2 years or whatever long it is. We don't want you playing injured. All right? That's the last thing we need. We're already shit enough as it is. We don't need to be playing injured players as well. So, oh, God. Let's go, Jason. And Zach, like I'm talking about Carlton and Voss. He just has to go. Stars ask for a trade next year. Can I ask for one as well?
Yes.
No pressure is Bombers' issue. Okay, against teams like Gold Coast, Melbourne, just defenders. Bro, like we had no pressure. There was no pressure. It was a fumble to a fumble to a fumble to a fumble, and then a Collingwood player came. It was embarrassing. The Bombers are a shit list too, though. Bro, they're not. It's not a shit list. I refuse to believe that it's a list starting to be made up with a whole bunch of high, good, talented draft picks. The senior players, yeah, they're no good. But the kids are fine. I'm getting fired up myself. Mum had to leave the room. I'm just going to leave this here. I'm just going to leave this here. In fact, I've made shit.
We call that passion. That's what we call that.
Yes, it is passion. Mark again with the 5. Tap Mackay on the shoulder, shut the door. 100% Mark. Mackay is...
There's nothing stopping the coach from coming out and saying, hey, we've put him on the trade table. There's, like, outside of reputation, there's nothing. Nothing stopping you guys from doing it at all. You just got to do it.
100%, bro. I'm a Bomber, man. I'm a Bomber. Thanks. Good to see Darren. Can you please explain why our club put its faith in a donkey coach with no plan at all? Poor players must be so confused. Love your rant. Surely he's got to go. He's got to go.
I love that donkey coach.
He's a donkey coach, bro. You were insulting donkeys, man. Stop it. Just face on Instagram Fireball. Need a bigger audience for these justified rants. Oh, cheers, Flash. Much appreciated,
We
mate.
should just record you ranting, Joe, and we'll just put them out as like separate episodes. Just here's half an hour, Joe's rant. I can do up a cool thumbnail. Be great.
Oh, Jesus. Joe versus MRO. Joe versus Cloud.
Mate.
No surprise. That's in front of it. Yep, exactly right. Big J, you might as well order an Uber Eats while Joe's having his heartfelt burst. Love the passion. Yes, sir.
Love it.
Big J, if you needed to get top 1K Supercoach for a coaching position, the amount of stat padding would be insane.
Yep. That'd be great, though. You'd know.
23 Luke Ryan's running around.
That's it, mate. That's it.
Solomon was considered one of the best assistants in the AFL once. Oh, cool. Good to know. David Rath was important under Clarko Hawthorne. Also good to know.
Yeah.
Blackiston the GOAT. Yes, sir. Bring a primo defender or Jackson as my flex. Already got Gaundy.
Which defender would it be? Give us a defender before you say, hey, bring a primo defender. Because if we're talking like Richards or someone, fantastic. If we're talking Tom Stewart, probably not. Yeah, I think that would be my kind of toss up between the two. Who's the defender that you're thinking that you want to bring in before you kind of make that decision?
Does any defender average more than Jackson for the rest of the year?
Maybe like a Lockie Whitfield or a Whitfield or something. Sorry, Lockie Whitfield, maybe a Lockie Whitfield or a
Roberts,
yeah. Sinclair potentially could, but Sinclair's had some shit rolls at the moment. I don't know what's up with Sinclair.
I guess it depends on your buy. Pick the players that have the best buys for you. I think Whitfield presents better value now, right? Than Roberts.
Yeah. Well, he's cheaper.
Whitfield is $5.59. Archie Roberts is $5.80. Yeah. Why would you spend $5.80 on Roberts when you can get Wits for $5.59? I'd get Whitfield if you haven't got him already.
Yeah.
This is a Supercoach Body Wrestling Range channel. Tatum, it can be whatever the hell you want it to be, as long as it yields entertainment. Okay. We wanted to vent sometimes. Thanks, Stephen. Thank you. I feel very much heard and appreciated.
Yeah.
I'm coaching my Supercoach team as badly as Brad Scott and Michael Voss combined.
That's it, mate.
I love it. When Pendles retires in 2027, you really should just pick him up. We're not. Look, I'd do it. I need someone of Pendles' ilk to sit there and tell the Muppets at the club, you've been doing it wrong. This is how you do it. This is how you do it. This is how you do it. McCluggage had a very good first quarter. I think he could be a very good M8. 100%. Flash. 100%.
I think so too.
Callahan, after these two tags, will get under 500. Who's already under 500? The Luggage, Rowell, Anderson, all going to be super cheap. It is beautiful. Luggage, I want. Dunkley, not a chance. Good player still from a footy perspective, but no longer Supercoach relevant. Dukes. Yeah, you might be right. Did anyone see Grill got the rising star, but not Lindsay?
It's pretty funny. The problem with the AFL, the AFL and the Rising Star nominations and shit, right, is that there's very much a case of, okay, you needing to have like 8 good games in a row, and then there's consensus around, players, they didn't get it last time, so we owe them for the Rising Star, or we owe them for this or that. That's the problem with the AFL at the moment. So it just doesn't work out, to be honest. Yeah, it's like, okay, cool. Well, we'll be okay, but yeah, not for us. I remember a few times last year there were some players who had like 3 or 4 games in a row that were really good, and then they kind of fell off and they just didn't get it. Or they got it off like a crappier game because it's like, well, we've got a list of these guys. Oh, shit. Jimmy over here didn't get it yet. Well, we better go and give it to him. So, yeah, it's not great.
Maybe because they saw the fixture. They saw the fixture and they saw that Lindsay was going to play against Richmond the following week, so they'll give it to Lindsay this week.
Yeah, but what if Lindsay, like, for some reason doesn't play? And it's like, oh, well, too bad.
He'll play. Why won't he play?
I don't know. We thought Todd Marshall was going to play and then he sneezed, so.
Don't put Todd Marshall and Josh Lindsay in the same sentence.
They're not the same.
They're not the same. They're very different.
They're not the same player.
Luggage and Callahan should be my team next to the Rex. Indeed. Grillover Lindsay was insane. He'll get it this week. Sort of weird and nobody's talking about Neil. Mate, there you go. We spoke about Neil today. He's doing very, very well. Love it from Dawson, but I've also got Worrell. Yeah, as a Worrell owner, you'd be a little bit peeved, Jamie, but for all of us non-Worrell owners, it was great to see.
We're happy to see it.
I put $50 on Neil at 60-1 for the Brownlow. Wow.
That's all right.
What a shout. I went for some redemption arc after the whole cheating gate. Well done. I think also they don't seem super hungry. It's still early. Yeah, look, I think they're a proud bunch. And when you're that good, you might not need necessarily hunger. You just need pride. Pride can be a very powerful stimulus. Hopefully get some more rookies that will debut to make us some money to upgrade the primos. Yes, indeed. Fingers crossed.
That's the plan.
Mini just a real coach. Yeah, 100%. Is the light from the helicopter shining through your window?
Bro, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Who knows, man?
How funny for poor George. His rage content is epic, top shelf. Yeah, I love a good rage from George.
Look, yeah, I agree with what he's saying though, and this year I think especially for content creators, has been a real shake-up. Like a lot of people doing well that maybe haven't. A lot of content creators who typically do really well haven't this year, and it does when you're somewhat judged off your performance on field and how well team's doing in SuperCoach. You have a bit of an expectation on yourself for wanting to be better, and George 100%. I can sympathize and agree with what he's saying. Like, this year sucks, bro. This year absolutely sucks. We've had a million injuries. We've had, like, every week there seems to be new shit going on all the time, and it's like, hey, what are you supposed to do?
Big J trade out Mackay will be lucky to get a carton of beer for him.
There'll be teams that are happy to have him as coverage. Yeah, like maybe not you guys, but there's definitely teams that are happy to have him as coverage. You won't get near to pick 2 for him, like what you effectively gave up. No chance. But there'll be teams.
You talk to anyone asking about Collingwood? My brain's full with nothing but Collingwood ball knowledge. Oh, excellent. Love to hear it, God. Are you in Iran?
Bro, I don't know, man. This shit's fucking... Go tell them. Say, hey, what are you doing?
Oh, that's hilarious. Love how the narrative is to change and their fixture after one blowout. It was a bloody draw 2 years ago. Yeah, look, I'm not going to entertain it, Flash. I'm not going to entertain it. There's absolutely no... It's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. And the more we talk about it, really, the more airtime it deserves. So I'm not going to entertain it any further. I've somehow got Stewart in fantasy team and he's putrid to own most weeks. Rough. God, I love the fact that you are full of ball knowledge. I don't know who this is pointed at, but if it's pointed to us...
No, like SuperCoach God.
I hope not. Well, I'm going to take it for ourselves. SWAT team, Big J. That's just Kane, 100%. Yeah. Bailey, yes or no? Yes, he is top 6.
I think he's good enough. I think he's good enough to be there.
I got more Collingwood ball knowledge than Swoop Luke. Oh my God.
It's pretty funny.
I told Eddie Maguire to hold my beer. Really like Roberts. Of course, Pendles was his development coach. Of course he was. Mackay, $1 million. Yeah, it's fucking disgusting, isn't it? It's highway robbery. I thought robbery was illegal. I thought you weren't allowed to rob people, but apparently Ben Mackay doesn't.
Bro,
where will
Adelaide's been robbed for however long. Yeah.
Nick Fakos. Is that on purpose? Oh no, he means Dacos. Okay, not Fakos.
Joe, the helicopter's back.
Helicopter!
I can hear it. Oh man, it's terrible. I don't know what it is. Like, I live near the RAF base, right? So I understand them doing stuff at like nighttime, but gosh darn it, is rough.
Where's the sound? What the hell? Where's the sound? What the helicopter? Oh well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, we understand.
Neil and Merritt won't be hiding Pendles all time. No, it can't be. Merritt can't be because he's not going to win a flag. Neil's got 2 already, and he's got 2 Brownlows. And if he wins the Brownlow this year, according to Super Blue Iris, that's 3 Brownlows and at least 2 flags. That's you got to have Neil above Pendles on that. Bont and Dacos might end up high. I mean, Bont is Bont.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, Neil's resume hard to overturn, mate.
Yeah.
Just 100%. Benzalenka, Myers, Jagger, Jacques out for Whitfield, Rechko, Reedy.
Yeah,
no, Reedy.
I would do the same thing, but if RD Jones is named, do RD Jones instead. Yeah, I think RD Jones has a better chance of staying primo for the year. Or sorry, not staying primo, staying in the team. Sorry for the year than the other way around.
I'm not saying I'm getting him. He did look good. I agree. Titty SC. Hey lads, thinking Myers and McAndrew for Rechko and Track.
Myers and McAndrew for Rechko.
I'm assuming you've already got then 2 primo rucks if you're doing that.
Yeah, that would be my assumption. Look, I don't mind it. I think you would just have to be accepting that maybe Petrarca's not 100% and that he will drop in price. It's not like you're getting someone at a bargain basement amount. So if you just come into it with that assumption, then it's not terrible.
The only twins you'd probably drop before Pendles, Ablett, Judd, Dusty. Yeah, Fife. Fife was life. John Graining was 21. Yeah, don't even know who that was. First pick next year, if he's fit, will be Nick Martin. Yeah, Kobe. Nick Martin will be very, very heavily discounted for sure.
If he's fit is the big question.
Fingers crossed. Did you guys see Caroline Wilson's comment on Ross Lyon? No, actually, I don't tend to pay attention to anything that Oxygen Thief has to say. Freaking, she's an Oxygen Thief. I don't give a shit. I don't like listening to her at all. She is a toxic individual who thrives on misery, and she's a real life journalistic dementor. She just sucks the life and joy out of everything. And Ross Lyon offered to consider his position as St Kilda coach after making an inappropriate comment about Indigenous players at a training session earlier this month. What? Panel 7's Caroline Wilson broke the story. Of course she did. Of course she did. Revealing the incident happened before the club's bye at the start of April. During a training drill, 3 Indigenous players linked up and Lyon said, "I love the brother-boy connection, but we all have to remember we are part of a bigger team here." Freaking. Wilson reported the comment did not go down well with St Kilda players, including Indigenous leader Bradley Hill and superstar Nazaya. Well, yeah, you wouldn't be able to tell on the field. Playing very well. The incident happened on the Friday. On Saturday, Hill rang Lyon to communicate his displeasure. There's a full responsibility. Lyon said in a statement to the agenda setters, "So being flippant, casual racism." I learned a lot out of what happened. Wilson reported that the players were satisfied. No way it meant to be racist. So what are you trying to tell us then? So what are you trying to tell us, Caro? Huh? What are you telling us? That there's nothing to see here. Everything is sorted.
It happened, but it was sorted, and then that's it. Good reporting there, Caroline Wilson. Smart cookie, that one.
Thief.
You know what she's like? You know what Caroline Wilson's like? She's like when you do an essay at uni and you have to reach like a certain amount of words, so you just start adding shit. That's Caroline Wilson. You just keep adding and such and this and that and hey and in my opinion and blah 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 blah. Like, gosh, mate.
That was 2 minutes I'm never going to get back. That's 2 minutes I'm never getting back. What a waste of time. Of course it is.
Thanks, mate.
All sensationalism. Freaking bish. Nas ain't playing West Coast every week. True.
No.
I get some Ash chat. Where do we see him going this year? Is he top 6 if Holmes is there? We don't even know if Holmes is getting DPP.
I really like Ash. I think Ash and Whitfield are pretty safe to be top position of their line. They obviously just have to get there. But, yeah, I can totally see them both being top position. They don't play the same players, and rarely do we get players from the same team doing it. But I think there's more than a fair chance for both, like one or both of them. Sorry, for both of them to get it this year.
Wow. I actually did not realize that was the discrepancy in kick-ins between Whitfield and Ash.
Yeah, the last couple of weeks have been a bit rough.
Pretty bad. Yeah, if you don't have Whitfield, get Whitfield. If you don't have Ash, Ash is fine. What's his price?
$540.
$541. Not bad. Good size. Oof. That's pretty big. You can afford to wait on him.
Yep.
Big J. I follow the dogs. There is not a snowflake's chance in hell of us beating Freo Friday night without injuries.
Fair enough then. No worries.
John Bolton is a fraud. Yes, indeed. Hey, Aka. Good to see you, mate. Don't touch that pepper. Either get my boy Murphy Reid yet, for sure. Was Liam Reedy a one-off? Yes, it was. Jacques Cousteau, Big J, get it right. All I heard was Shaq. Yeah, brace. His name is Shaq. It's pronounced Jack. Oh, Binga. Jono Carroll. Oh, I Jono. Nah, sorry, mate. Just because he pronounces his name wrong doesn't mean I have to listen to him. He can get in the bin. What do we think of Brent Daniels?
I think he's really interesting. Brent Daniels hasn't played 3 games, has he, Joe? So we still get an extra week to figure it out. Yeah. I think he's really interesting. Could be a forced selection in our teams next week. 300K, playing really well. I know if Causa was watching, would be talking shit about Brett Daniels and saying how amazing he is.
Bubble boy.
Oh, he's on the bubble now. Okay, cool. Well, that I think makes things a bit interesting. But yeah, I really like him and think he's really good. So
18% CBAs. Look at that. Great map.
It's juiced, mate. Yeah, good player.
Daniels. 300. Could I get him instead of Artie Jones?
It's too expensive.
You're picking him as a keeper, aren't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Could get him if I wanted to. But do I want to, is the question. Something for me to ruminate on for the coming weeks. What is the change at the Giants? Who are they missing still?
everyone.
True. Hanko. Okay. Cadman played. Cogs played. Hogan played. Did Darcy Jones? No. Nathan Wardius? Who the hell is that?
Oh, might be like category B player or something they've picked up.
So there's no one really coming in immediately that's in the midfield that's going to displace, unless maybe it's Josh Kelly. How's Josh Kelly tracking? Oh, he's not even mentioned. So yeah, no, Josh Kelly probably isn't going to play. Yeah, probably no one's going to be displacing him from that role, which is just pinch hit. Even the first game, you only had 3%. Scored 81. Oh, but that was 3 goals. Yeah, that's very unreliable. What was the Giants' run again? The Giants...
Pretty good for midfielders.
Suns... Oh, but yeah, Bombeys and West Coast. Yeah, that's 6. Brisbane will be tough. Melbourne should be okay. St Kilda should be okay. Carlton... They tend to be pretty good for midfielders. Hawks could be okay. Freo, Manuka, Geelong, Bombers again, Sydney, or Gold Coast, West Coast again. Suppose West Coast twice and Essendon twice.
Yep.
That's good enough to pick someone, I reckon. Oh, that was filthy, Uncle Akka. What the hell was that? Treloar, Adam Treloar, haircut. That was disgusting. I want to see the. Can I see a recent one? No, it was filthy. Got a full mullet, bro. One of those dirty mullets. You know, get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Bro thought he was back to being a teenager, Joe.
100%. Sam Grell, Marshall, and McAndrew out for Edwards, Rechko, and Jackson. Nah, don't trade out Grell. Mark, he's got the Eagles this week. Don't trade him out. Love a heat doodle. Love it. Oh, Footy Score's got the heat maps back. Nice.
Yeah.
So our mob is shit. I know. How are you, Muzzy? Hope you're doing well, mate. Joe, I think you need a new look. I think you need to look a new ruckman. 100% Kobe. Like an A-grade ruckman. I think we should have just paid Draper by the looks of things. Joe, I love the Bombers. You know that better than anyone, but we are shit. Bruv, you can love something that is shit. You can. It means you're a shit lover, but you can.
I think I've heard someone call someone a shit lover before.
I've never, ever called someone a shit lover, but I'm like him. We are beholden to the shit storm.
You're a shit lover.
I'm a shit lover. AI Mabel James. Hello, lads. Rochelle out for Horn. Francis with his higher break even. Likely to start bleeding cash. Planning to bring in the bot next week.
Nice. Beautiful.
Love it. Lol, brutal indeed. He is a donkey. He is. At the end of the year, make a compilation of all of Joe's rants throughout the season. Look, I don't think I've had too many.
Do it.
I don't think I've actually had too many rants. I think I maybe had 2 tops. That was definitely my longest one. I had one after round 2 or round 3, one of those ones, and then this one. So I've had 2, 7 rounds of football, 2 rants. You love to see it. Baggers, hello boys. Was listening to that rant by Joe, and I must say I'm the same. Joe, the reviews worth watching this week on the talk. I can't deal with Scott. I will 100% be watching it, Baggers. I love your content, mate. Exactly, Joe. You need good development coaches. I watched the Resi game. You need to develop a group of players together so that when they make the decision, yeah, 100%. Private message. I private messaged Andrew Welsh. Hopefully he sees my message. I've messaged Sheedy before, and I've had a response. Always responds well and truthfully as much as he can. Wow. Messaging Sheeds.
Inside source there.
Going straight to the top dog in Welshie. Well, let us know if you hear anything from him, mate. That would be insane. Out of Farrow, Grill, Rechko, Murdoch, Sardis, and Anderson, which two should I bench? Rechko and Anderson.
I would bench Sardis, and I would probably bench Anderson.
Sure.
I think there's going to be a lot of points going around in this West Coast Richmond game. And I would say Rechko should do well, Murdoch should do well, and Grill, because West Coast is going to kick a lot of behinds. So Grill's probably going to do well as well. So I'd be playing all the players from those teams, to be honest. There's going to be a lot of 90s and 100s because no one's going to go massive, I think.
I think he sold me on my boy McCluggage this week at that price. Even with his break even, he could go 150. Yeah, exactly right. The whole point of getting someone cheap is because you want them
cheap.
Cheap, exactly. And ultimately, money is for points. That's the whole point of the money. You want to buy the player to get you the points. Means I can get Jackson and Nass next week. Ooh,
beautiful.
Bruh. What's there to think about, Jack? You're selling me the dream. I love it. Fires of Dyson Heppel as development coach. Man, Maltesing. Seeing him on Anzac Day in
the wrong colours.
In a Collingwood polo.
That's bad.
I almost vomited.
That's bad.
No disrespect to the Pies.
What do you mean?
But seeing Heps in Collingwood colours was just absurd.
Look.
Whitfield versus Jackson. Could you show us who has the easiest fixture for designated kickers? Well, Jackson does. Well, Jackson isn't a designated kicker.
No. I think he just means just so you can see which one's probably a better selection.
Sure. So designated kickers for GWS, pretty middle of the run. Not that amazing. But then again, the thing about Whitfield that really impresses me is how hard he works up the ground to really present as an option all the time. He just runs and runs and runs. Even at the end of the game, he'll run to a space where there's no one there so that he can be an outlet pass. So, and that's the reason why he scores so well. It's because he's always working hard to present as an option, and he just gets marks and kicks and marks and kicks. So, no, I love that about Whitfield. And then in terms of the rucks, Rio again, fairly middling. Doggies, Hawks, Bombers, Saints, Brisbane, North. I don't think this Essendon red really affects Jackson because he gets his points more from than just stoppages. The reason why Essendon are a shit matchup is because we're so shit. We just don't have enough stoppages. The ball transitions way too easily. So I think I don't think that matters for Jackson because Jackson can hit the scoreboard. Brad surely has advice from Chris. Clearly not, Yanko. Clearly not.
No, I don't think Chris got whatever. If you paid him, maybe, but no. Why would you? Why would you give up opposition opposition companies? I suppose is right. Why would you give opposition information?
Lockie Blackiston. Hey Joe, was I only the reason for 3 goals against? I got to up my game. I'll make sure it's 5 this week. bro, Lockie, if you're playing on field the way your grammar works, bro. It just doesn't compute. It's terrible. Blackiston, you need to sit down with Tommy Edwards, Mr. Edwards. He was a teacher. He was a teacher. You're gonna have to sit down with him and get some private tutoring, how to play football and how to bloody know how to spell and write properly. This is disgraceful, Lockie. Come on, mate.
That's proof.
Scott Pendlebury next year, coach for Essendon.
Nah, 100%. Not going to happen. Not going to happen.
Bro, Mark, let's do it. Let's make it happen. Let's make Pendles our coach next year. I'd take it in a heartbeat. Stuff Brad Scott right off. Give me Pendles. Give me Pendles as coach.
No, all Mark has to do is just win a bunch at the bookies, and then he can pay for Brad Scott's see you later money.
That was hilarious. I got 20. I put $20 on Pendles in the middle. Oh,
nice.
If you're going to gamble responsibly. Well done. Good. Well done, Scott. But it doesn't help though when God decides to bet on things. Isn't the whole point of being God that you know all outcomes?
Yeah, that's why he bet on
God
it. He got good odds.
I love it. I had a feeling like God doesn't know the future. I had a feeling. This crap, what's happening? Where's the chip in the ball? The big next thing. We need this technology to come into play. It will solve lots of problems. Plus, it will help coaches' tactics. 100%.
Yeah, it needs to happen. Really needs to happen,
bro. We need you, Yanko. We need you to replace Andrew Dillon. I'm convinced. I've seen enough. I love your comments. I love your takes. I love your no nonsense approach to shit. Yanko, put your hand up. I swear to God, I'll vote for you. Yanko for CEO.
For president.
There's no presidency, but I'll definitely go Yanko for Andrew Dillon's job. What is Andrew Dillon's job? Is he not the CEO of the AFL? Andrew Dillon.
Is he not the president of the AFL?
Sports administrator.
Are they the same thing?
And the chief CEO. He is the CEO. That's exactly what I'm voting Yanko for. Yanko for CEO of the AFL.
CEO. Lock it in,
boys. 100%. He can get in the bin. Oh my God. Brisbane could win the flag from 10th. They're that good. They can win the flag from 18th. Yeah. They're that good.
They just have to play. Give them a few games and see what's up.
Love the passion, Yanko. That's what we need. We need passionate people running the AFL, mate. Just want to say we love how much effort you guys put into the weekly channel. This community is a beautiful thing. Are you okay, Big J? Not trying to be weird, but you look sad or tired. All love.
No, I'm fine. Just tired. Life's chill, mate.
You sure?
Yeah, thanks, Jack, for caring, though. Big J's all good.
Big J, no man is an island. You got a lot of people here willing to lend you an ear. Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah. We're okay.
Good. Smile some more, mate. You're concerning Jack.
Poor Jack.
Bingo, hey lads, is it time to target the suitcase next week? Bro, you could target him this week if you wanted to. He's playing the Bombers, if you haven't noticed. Good bet on Pendles, indeed. I can't believe in 2026 Oliver was my best starting pick.
It's rough, bro, and I traded him. It sucks. It sucks so much. Ugh. It's all right. We'll get him back.
The terrible. What? Well, Mackay, according to Google Translate, Mackay translates to shit. So there you go. Makes sense. Big J, stop the whinging and complaining. We've all had to cope with the carnage. Piss poor excuse for you to say it's been hard for content.
It has been, though. Like, it's been hard for everyone, no doubt. But when you've got people who are just like, you're expected to a certain point, not to dodge the carnage, of course, but you're expected to be like, hey, people watch you and things like that, and you're just doing a lot better than maybe then because you're dishing out advice and things like that. And it's tough, man. It really is tough for a lot of the content creators out there. Like, look at SDS at the moment. I think the guy's still ranked 78K. Like, it is rough. It is not an easy not a easy year for a lot of SuperCoach content creators.
Mr. Bonnie, worth trading in
Bonnie.
Midwards to Reedy for forward DPP and potential cash. M. Edwards.
No, Mitch Edwards. No, isn't that your guy? Isn't he the one?
No, he's Tom Edwards. Mitch Edwards is the ruckman.
Look, I wouldn't. I would have to wait. Like, Reedy's got a decent enough level now. Yes, he does, but I don't know how long this role persists, man.
He's got 12.
Yeah. He did not do. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, now do it.
And he's got Sherry this week.
Yeah, do it. Do it. Good idea, mate.
No, not for Reedy though.
No, but you have to because you got to get a ruckman.
Far out. You have to get Reedy. Oh, poor Bonnie. Say hi to Clyde for me.
You know what I would almost do? Like, Reedy's going to be fine. If he plays, he should make a bit of money. I'd almost just go Kalani White, but I can see the appeal of going a Reedy in that position.
Big J, it's a UFO. Beat me up, Scott.
Bro, mate.
Chopper! Get down! It's a bomb! Get to the chopper!
I'm sure I could get AI to make me a cool picture.
Nah. The thing is, if it was an alien, they'd see Big J in the North Jumper and say, there is no sign of intelligent life here. Let's leave.
Oh, thanks, Joe.
You should wear the one that I bought because of my punishment as well.
That's true. They'll be like, watch out, mate.
Maybe if they're tracking down on descent and they're tracking the origin of this. Maybe. Why are you bullying me, Joe? Because you're shit. I put my faith in you and you let me down. 100% agree with Joe about that. Wrench Wilson, she's an oxygen thief, bro. With Mackay, probably the only time. Bro. Hawthorn offered Mackay more money. Hawthorn offered Mackay more money. But he said, nope. Nope.
I
want to sabotage the Bombers. I want to sabotage Brad Scott, them piece of...
Well, like, I understand, right? It's the guy that kind of drafted you, but yeah, it's a little bit rough.
Kara is the Ben Mackay of journalism. Love it. I love that.
That's great.
That is a great call, Michael. You win the internet. If Rechko sneezes the wrong way, I could go up to Brent Daniels from him.
I think we're blessed. I think we're really blessed by having Rechko and Anderson kind of in the position where they are. There's so many good players at the moment around that mark, and they're going to make a lot of money, I think.
Yeah, Daniels plays one game. This is the next. Fingers crossed the bad luck's behind him. There's apparently a good ruck in the draft. You guys should tank one more. I don't think we're trying to tank. I think it's inevitable. Flash, we're just under this leadership. We are shit lovers. Yes. Beautiful, Akka. Jack Carroll for St Kilda is good right now. Have a look at him.
Yep, he's been playing well. I'm upset that I got rid of him.
Right, I've just got cash in out the wazoo. Carroll, Cook.
Yeah, it's really good.
He's just so good. I'm very happy. Very, very happy. If I could give you a ruckman, I would give you Sean Darcy. He could get fit for you. Yeah, right. And at least you would have a player that could be a ruckman and leave Freo with Jackson. We don't really need Darcy anymore. Freo plays better when Jackson is solo.
Yeah, well, that's why you kind of took Mason Cox. I think until a Tracy or someone else actually comes in and wants to play that role, you're going to need a second ruckman. But I agree, he should really be on the chopping block, I think.
Bro, you'd be able to take anything from anyone right now.
Really? Yeah, we spoke about it off air, Joe. Looks like you guys don't have any injured players this time around, which is really weird. So no MSD targets at the moment. I mean, there's like 4 weeks to go, but still.
This year, we can't even get injured properly.
Can't even get injured properly.
Can't even get injured properly to open up list spots. Redmond long-term, Ridley long-term, Vigo long-term, Jonesy, Hayes. Like, all these guys just cop big injuries that they're not coming back soon, but not long enough to be on the inactive list. So we can't even pick up some mid-season draftees. So even on the getting injured front, we're failing on that as well. It's remarkable. It's remarkable how shit this thing is. I think Heppel said, I forget me find it hard. I find it hard seeing Bucks at Geelong. Oh, he won't be there for long, Maltesing. He'll be in Tassie before you know it.
Yeah, next year off to Tassie.
Loved it when Spargo got. Oh, that was insane. That was very silly. I don't think I've ever seen anyone get done for holding the ball off a kick in.
Yeah. He's actually turned out all right. I know a lot of North fans who were very much anti-Spargo, but the last couple of weeks, we're actually seeing why, we've decided to take him on. He's looked all right.
Only a 20-something narcissist.
Well, that's it.
All right.
Or a 14-year-old. But...
Boz went hard. CEO, Joe, you're drunk, go to bed. Aka, I'm not drunk enough to be able to identify. You used the wrong your. Aka, it's that's the possessive your. That's naughty spelling, Aka.
That's not good.
Do you also need to have personal, tutoring sessions with Mr. Edwards? I'm sure he'll be happy to teach. Pendles needs the money after his manager ripped him off. Oh, that was insane. I can't believe that happened.
What happened?
How Pendles has been getting swindled by his manager.
That's not good. He's been stealing his funds, has he?
Yeah, he's suing his former manager in the Supreme Court of Victoria, alleging the misappropriation of over $2.1 million from his investment accounts between 2015 and 2025. The lawsuit also claims a $300,000 personal loan to him, which was not repaid. He denies the claims, asserting the author of the transactions were authorized. Yes, the transactions were authorized on the basis that you will pay me back, you muppet.
Yeah.
I lend you money. Yes.
Surely Pendles knows a few bikies or something to be able to get the money back. You'd think he'd be all right, yeah?
Yeah, you do that, man. You do that. All aboard. We need to get primos and rookies that make us cash. We need to be smart, of which rookies don't bring in Reedy, and those guys will only get 1 or 2 games, and they'll get replaced. Indeed,
yeah,
they will be.
And that's going to be the tricky thing, I think, over the next few weeks too, is picking out which one, because MSD's coming quick, and there's a few teams like Melbourne, like Port Adelaide now, who has an MSD spot. Sorry to hear Ivan Soldo has retired. Don't know if we brought it up before, but he's now gone.
Why are you
ACL.
sorry?
Well, I mean, I don't like seeing players get retired. It's not the nicest thing.
It's a fact of life. All we should do is congratulate him on a wonderful career. He's a premiership player.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of people can't claim that. So
of course,
congratulations on a career, mate. Well done, Sivan.
But yeah, did he win a premiership?
Yeah, with the Tides.
There you go.
2019.
There you go. So no worries then. Time's up. Doesn't matter. Just sucks when players and people get kicked out because of injury. It's not a very nice feeling.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm not surprised if the club came and gave him a tap on the shoulder, saying, "Hey, we got a mid-season draft piece coming up."
Yeah, that too as well, and I think that's what's happening with Tom Campbell too.
I also have to say though that Ivan Soldo can leave a very happy man when he's able to pull babes like this. So Ivan, you keep living your best life, mate. You salute you. Winning on and off the field, mate. Don't you worry about it. Don't you worry. What am I up to now? Yeah, you guys were offering Mackay more money, and then of course it enables you to get Battle Embarrass. That is just the definition of failing up. The definition of failing up.
Yeah.
Brother Uncle, we need you to be like Arnold Smokey. Smoke a stogie or smoke anywhere, man. All right, there you go. Up yours, Dylan. Indeed. Jamie, need to do a swap for ZZs. Big O every week at R3. What do you think, Zach Smith? Zach Smith
from West Coast Jobs Q. Nah, I don't think he'll play. To be honest, I don't think he'll play. So don't be bothered doing it. Don't do it.
Parrish. Still got Parrish, Muzzy. Okay, Parrish and CDP.
People held him, Joe. He's done all right.
Oh, you missed Angus Anderson?
Oh, that's rough.
Rough. That was a bad miss.
Muzz, you need to get Rechko. Don't, as good as Anderson is, I would almost say dump 2 rookies and get Rechko and forget Luke Jackson this week. Like, he'll go okay, but the cash gen is more important. You need to grab the player if you can. Like, the cash gen from a Rechko, I think will be better for you than waiting 1 week on Luke Jackson. For real. I think it's going to be, it's going to be a lot better.
Guys, how is this game going to work on Saturday? Both Best and Brisbane don't have any rucks. What do you mean?
Yeah, Blackest.
Wait, what happened to Draper?
Oh, yeah, Draper's there too, I suppose.
What? Draper and Ford? No?
Yeah, of course. Only Mark's forgot.
I think you mean just Essendon have no rucks, not both Essendon and Brisbane. It's only one-sided, mate. We have no rucks and we have no hope. If Zerhard does well, good trade into Zach Bailey next week.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we will.
Shouldn't have picked Zerhard to begin with. Did Nick Bryan... Hey, Michael, did Nick Bryan not play? No, Nick Bryan did not play on the weekend because he had soreness. He played his first game.
From what?
Against... soreness from getting battered and bruised by... what was his name from the Suns? The backup ruck? Yeah, Ned Moyle. Oh my God, Ned Moyle destroyed Nick Bryan. He's a good player. Nick Bryan comes up against Ned Moyle for his first game from the ACL, and he just had to have a break the following week. He didn't play last week.
That's pretty funny.
It's pretty funny. I love Joe the Grammar Police. Keep up the awesome work. Anytime, Bozzy. I don't even know if you're being sarcastic or not, but I'll take it. Lol, Big J wants Pendles to go full gangster.
Well, mate, fucking, what's his name? Who was the guy from Essendon Joe that got in trouble for bringing all the bikies into the thing?
Nick Hind.
Surely Nick Hind knows some people. Like, these are AFL players, yeah. I've been to AFL events before, and I won't mention names or whatever, but I've been to AFL events before where there's been suspicious people. There's been cars pull up and things happen. So, like, these people in the AFL know these people, yeah? Like, it's well known that people hang around these circles. Like, Pendles will know people. Yeah.
100%. I'm sure Didak, Swanee, Shaw, and Johnson can be 100%.
Yeah. Like, no doubt.
Listen, Uncle Akajo, you don't sound drunk or look drunk. If you were, you would be running into walls and all that. Thanks, Kobe. Thank you. I appreciate you got
not walking into walls today. Sorry, mate.
Well, thankfully, we're sitting down very firmly in a chair, so we're not walking into anything. But thanks for the support. I know it's far ahead, but look at the back tags to NAS later in the year from Cats North Swans.
Yeah, it's a bit rough.
Love it.
There's a few of them. You look at North Melbourne Post. Start getting ready to have some LDU money post round 12. Because you know who we're playing 4 weeks in a row, Joe?
Who?
We got West Coast, we got Port Adelaide, we got Richmond, and we got who's the other shitty one? And Bombers. We've got the Bombers. Back to back to back to back. 4 games in a row. But it's like round 13 or 14 onwards. It is going to be fun.
West Coast, Richmond, Essendon, Port. Wow.
Hey!
Wowzers. That's amazing.
The AFL's done us proud. We've got to try and get some free agents across the line. So it's up to us to win, I suppose, with this kind of fixture going on.
I think someone was whack. We haven't answered early VC and C. Yeah,
didn't she leave him? I'm pretty sure there was some controversy about her saying, "I want to go back to Melbourne." Yeah. Is that the lady or is it someone else?
I have no idea, but I just like looking at this photo. Let's have a look. So early VCs and Cs. That's a good question. Damn, Richmond play West Coast.
Yeah,
maybe a C on Murdoch. And VC of Bailey against Essendon. Just the audition. He's going to audition against the Bombers. He's going to torch us. So maybe Bond. I don't know. Geelong versus North. Who cops Finn O'Sullivan? Is it Smith?
Probably Bailey Smith, yeah. There's some okay ones. I mean, if I just look at my projections for this week, Zach Butters should go okay against Adelaide, you'd think. Petrarca might go okay against Giants. Sheasel's always good for a shout. Bontempelli as well. It's got Sam Walsh projected 123, which I think is hilarious. So, yeah, there's definite options. Definite options across the board, I think. You might just want to go Bontempelli as VC and say, cool, if you're fit, let's have at it, and then go from there. There's always someone that goes off in the first 2 weeks and then left everyone chasing. I mean, it happened last week, right? Who went big in the first game? Was it Bont, Joe, that went big in the first game last week? And everyone's just like chasing the big score at that point. So pick someone Thursday, Friday, and just enjoy life, really.
I'll just go.
Grundy. It was Grundy. People VC'd Grundy against nobody. And it was just like, cool, I've got to chase a 140.
I'll go Bond. I've got nothing, man. Bond into Bailey, stuff it. Bailey against the Bombers. He'll destroy us. But yeah, I just don't have anything good, unfortunately. We pay Mackay. I hope so. You two are machines. OTB Young, love the content, love the banner. Joe, love the rages. Anytime, Michael. Punching above his weight, mate, in a massive, massive way.
Yeah, I don't know. Footballers get paid a lot of money. Like, they get paid a lot of money.
100%. Poet.
There's a lot of people who do a lot of stuff for someone that's got like $700K per year.
Nah, don't go too early. Don't go early on coming.
No, don't go early on coming. Nah.
Get Rechko for sure. Also, why does Ivan Soldo here look like from Hot Fuzz? If you know what I'm talking about, Hot Fuzz, the like supermarket owner.
Yeah, that guy was in Game of Thrones.
Why does he look like Simon Skinner?
Joe? Oh, okay, cool. That's the wrong one. I thought you were talking about the other guy. Yeah, and I think Simon Skinner was in Game of Thrones. Yeah, I don't know.
Right. Doesn't he look like him?
I guess. Maybe it's just the
mustache. Obviously an older version of him, but I'm seeing Simon Skinner in him. I don't know. That's just me. Maybe it's late. Nice work. Very nice.
It is a bit late.
Joke, both have no rocks in my eyes. Oh, true. You hate drapes. He doesn't exist to you. Right. Not being sarcastic, mate. Pet me if it's news. Love it. Boz, a man after my own heart. Big J, I brought in Rechko. Which other rookie do you guys recommend?
I would look at getting RD Jones if he's named. I think we're going to be missing having a few players like him in the forward line. Just someone who can allow you to offload some players, and DPP is nice without having to wait for a while. So I think RD Jones would be that guy, if you can.
Yeah, maybe.
Just got to wait for team sheets, really.
This week. Rob to Rechko, saving trades big time. Yeah, nice. All done. Three boosts. Oh, lucky boy. I missed the 3 boosts. Mark is hilarious. Sold out and stuff. Love it. Collingwood have a great criminal history. Oh, I'm not sure great is the right word. Dogger against the Dogs should go good. Could go with Jackson or Sherry. I don't have either of those guys. So good for you. That's her. She had Adelaide. Remember Soldo tried to get to St Kilda? True. Ben, what are your trades?
Remember when Cherry almost got traded to St Kilda? That was hilarious, man. If they had just given up a second round pick instead of the third round that they were offering, life would be so much different, Joe. Holy shit. Would have been able to get like a number 1 ruck on no money, and whoever fucked up that deal, hopefully they got fired. I tell you what, it is a bad time, man.
Yeah, Sherry, Dogger into Sherry is sex incarnate. What time on ground does Clug need to have to bring him in? Is it way too early? No, I don't think so.
Probably look to get him next week if you want to get him. I don't know if it's a time on ground thing for me. I just need to see the role. I don't know if he's got it. He's obviously a good player and whatnot, but I just need to see a bit more in terms of him scoring and scoring well and getting enough touches. Because right now he's basically 3rd or 4th behind, and I don't know if I can worthy me picking that up.
Friday doubleheader. Yeah, I know, right? Can't believe we're having Friday doubleheaders still. Like the AFL, absolute incompetent nincompoops. No coming early, guys. The picture of Ivan Solid looks AI. Alas, it is not. I got RD Jones in already. Lol. I said them from a few weeks ago. No others then. There are no others this week.
Yeah. You can go Liam Reedy if you have to, but I don't trust the selection. I don't know if he's going to stick around. If they decide to play two of his type in the forward line, Pitnet plus him and that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I'm a little bit wary of saying grab him.
Is Cootie a good rookie option?
No. Well,
I did not think of him in the preseason, did we?
We had him in the preseason, but in terms of him actually being a good option, I'm going to say no, just for the fact that he didn't score much last week. So do you want to bring him in? Potentially, but I need to actually see a lot more from him before I decide, hey, this guy that scored 23 in SUPERCOACH and gave away 2 free kicks is the guy that I want to bring in my team as a downgrade option. Because it's not necessarily the right time to bring in dead rookies. Because you imagine, like, what round is this year, mid-season 2026, mid-season draft is looking like May 28th. Tuesday 26. So when is Tuesday 26? Round 7. Is that like round?
What do you mean Tuesday 26?
So 24. So round 12, right? We've got 4 more rounds before the mid-season draft. I think we can hold out on bringing in dead rookies until then, to be honest. And that's all I see Billy Cootie as being. 4 more weeks until mid-season draft, and we'll get whichever gun is going to be this year's Tom McCarthy, or 2 Tom McCarthys. We'll see, because I think a lot of mid-season draftees are actually, like, state league players are getting the recognition they deserve slowly. So clubs are going to be looking at saying, hey, Milan Murdoch, who's the next Milan Murdoch? Who's the next Blamires or Tom McCarthy and stuff like that? Like, there's clubs actively looking at these players. So, yeah, that we'll get 1 or 2 guns that will probably debut.
He's very expensive. Still.
Yeah,
With
that's
a very high
issue.
break even. Plus round 12 in 4 weeks.
Yeah. Unless someone's extremely cheap, I probably wouldn't advise bringing in any round 12 players. Unless it's someone who you're desperate to get in. Just because, as Joe says, round 12 is coming pretty quick. You don't want to bring in a guy and then 2 weeks later he's got a week off. Like,
Neil into Sinclair. Very nice. I like Neil against the Bombrays. He will tear us apart. Sinclair.
I don't trust him. I don't trust Sinclair, to be honest. I need to see something from him, and I haven't seen it for a while. Carroll and a few others seem to be taking a bit of his points. So I actually need to see proper scoring from him before I put him down as a C option.
Carlton are a yellow matchup. Not green. Yeah, on the 4 line trees look very nice. Guys, Luke Jackson, a good pick. Yes, very much so. What about Bailey Dale as D6? Yeah, I don't mind Dale at all.
No, I
do
like
him.
I don't like him. I think you're going to get plenty scores like what we've seen this week, where he does nothing and scores you like crappy scores compared to a rookie on field. Bailey Dale is too up and down, I think, and this is the reason why recently a lot of us haven't picked him as a good selection. He's very much 1 game scores well, 1 game scores bad, 1 game scores well, 1 game scores bad. I can't trust the player, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't know.
I reckon he's fine at $461K. You're getting him at a $93,500 discount. I reckon he's good at that price. Paying full price, yeah, it sucks. And that's why you never start the inconsistent players. But if the inconsistent players end up giving you a very juicy, generous discount.
How many games at Marvel do they have, Joe?
Oh, they've got quite a few. They've got Marvel, Adelaide Oval, Marvel, MCG, Marvel, SCG, Marvel, People's Marvel, Optimus Marvel, MCG. That's
okay,
a lot of Marvel.
Cool. So they've got quite a few Marvel games.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games at Marvel to come.
All right. There's a few.
Yeah, I like Dale. At that price.
Guys, we've probably got about 5-10 minutes left. It is getting close to getting close to 11. We have work tomorrow, so
we're calling it here. We're stopping it here.
All right, done.
Thank you, guys. I'm done. I'm tired, and I haven't even eaten. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the rant, the banter, all the good vibes. If you remember, we'll see you tomorrow night for the members live stream. If you're not, you'll see us on Thursday for the drive home. I'm going to obviously have to do my team review. I'll record that one tomorrow after the members live. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked, please like. I can see there's only about 17 likes on this thing and a lot more people than that. So please, guys, make sure you like and subscribe. Greatly helps the channel.
Guys, we've got a lot of content coming out as well. Don't be too afraid to hold your rookies, especially the guys that in the past this year have been scoring decently. I think it's going to be the big difference maker. A lot of people traded out maybe a Lindsay, Philippus and things like that, and now they're kind of suffering for it. So even myself going early on, getting rid of Carroll. If you can hold them, it's going to be beneficial for you. Don't be afraid just to spend 1 trade this week. Or 2 if RD Jones is named.
Indeed. And on that note, guys, hope you have a wonderful night, and we'll see you all in the next one.
Bye, guys. Catch ya.
Bye.
Are we playing the song?
I don't know. I'm sort of leaving it for you. I don't know what you wanted to do.
SUPERCOACH tabs on my phone at dawn. Scrolling through the carnage, what went wrong? Grammar soul and steady, rookies on the rise. Mid-prices tempting me, danger in disguise. Big J calling from the couch, mate. Check your side. Joe bragging about a loophole, riding that tide. We're trading in our hopes like stocks on a screen. Chasing that price rise, living the dream. We're the center bounds crew. Hey. Whistle blows, we're riding it through. From goals and behinds to the last upgrade. Greatest game in the world, that's how we're made. From a pig in the guts to the bench warmer blues. Every week we're breaking the rules. They fell in our veins, yeah, it's all we do. We're the center bounds crew. Got duds on the park, can't win a hard ball. Need a downgrade, target, answer that call. Possessions piling up, my captain's on fire. Vice loop lightning, sparks through the wire. Trade plan scribbled on the back of a bill. One more sideways move, I swear I'll sit still. But the siren hits Friday, logic is gone. Mate, just push and go on. Who you backing in, who you backing in? Who you backing in, yeah. Who you letting go? One more risky move, then we steal the show. We're the center bounds crew. Hey. Whistle blows, we're riding it through. From goals and behinds to the last upgrade. Greatest game in the world, that's how we're made. From a pig in the guts to the bench from a blues. Every week we're breaking the rules. They fell in our veins, yeah, it's all we do. We're the center bounds crew. We're the center bounds crew. Oh yeah, the center bounds crew. The center bounds crew. The center bounds crew.
Hey guys, have a great day. We'll see you on Thursday. Stay safe and go Roos.